Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the guild. We are picking up. We already did all the travel encounters.
Oh, we finished
Uh,
it?
last. Yeah, we did those last time.
Cool.
So,
Huh.
so that means that we can kind of just cut right back in to you guys arriving at Lawrence. As you approach the guild hall.
Drum roll, please.
Yep. As you approach the guild hall, you can see Dr. Orth leading someone out. He's like, "Stop faking." It's like, dang it. It's a kind of an overweight human, messy clothing, the kind of like this like exhausted eyes.
Stop faking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk up to Dr. Orth, start speaking to him in Giant. Wait, he speaks Giant, right? I'm not smoking
Yes,
crack.
yes. Giant is the language he speaks, yes.
What seems to be his problem, good doctor?
Trying to get out of work.
Can I insight check the guy to see if I think he is just doing this to try to get out of work?
Yeah, make an insight check. Your insight that. Okay, I'll have him roll his deception.
His what?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, with an 8. He is absolutely faking. You can see he's doing like an overdramatic shortness of breath, but then whenever like you kind of like pretend to like look away, his breathing returns to normal.
I'm gonna speak in common to Dr. Orth. Oh, you're right. So right, Dr. Orth. I do think he needs to get his leg amputated to cure this disease.
I'll be like, he's like running faster than you thought he could run. Well, the Brahmis, the Goblin Guild leader, comes over. All that commotion, I assume you're done your business in hereafter?
Hey, you could say that. By the way,
have.
Doc, I'm gonna need you to check me out. I kind of almost died again.
A few times.
Need to be careful. All right. Well, if anyone, while he's being checked out, would like to give a report,
Um,
you're gonna have to start doing those yourselves.
Wait, what the fuck?
If you accidentally delete yourself, I can put you back on if you need, or I can
I'm not.
yourself.
I didn't accidentally delete myself. I was getting my art updated.
Oh, yeah, right, because that was the old one. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep.
Reporting
What is
as
Hazaron
in-
the Destroyer here? What?
I'm pretty sure I was showing it off at the end of a
I don't
session.
remember last part.
Yeah,
don't
I was
remember
just
after was
from the.
If you're watching
The
this and you
tower
don't remember the
zombies,
last
right?
part, you might.
Yes, that was the tower. Yes, that was what you guys did
It's
last
pretty
time.
certain, but
report as in report to you what we did.
Yep. Any information?
that place was full of undead. Turns out.
That would make
Yeah.
sense.
They were being led by this person
What was that-
who
that
seemed
guy
to
at
have
the
a
top?
rivalry against the gods. A
Yeah,
necromancer.
that was it. Didn't like gods
Yeah.
very much.
Okay. Well.
the main.
I
burial-
assume you would describe him to them, right?
Yeah.
She's gonna come out. That sounds like a revenant. That might be a problem.
What do you mean by that?
Well, not anymore. We dealt with.
Revenants have a annoying habit of, well, not right away, coming back, as long as the source of their vengeance is still around, and considering the source of this particular individual's grudge, might be
So,
hard to get rid of him forever.
So are you
what
ta-
you're saying is
so
that the best way of getting rid of him forever would probably be to coax him out of his hatred of gods. So the best way to defeat this enemy would be therapy?
Well, it's never been tried, but that might work.
so are you...
Do
Either
you have one of
way,
those? A therapist?
one of the
not
one-
at the guild, no.
One of these episodes is somehow gonna turn into the Dr. Phil show.
Not Dr. Phil.
That was
Alright,
a
let me
joke.
see here. It can take anywhere from a day to a month to a year, so who knows when it'll be back, but
So what you're saying is that even if we take him down 100 times, he'll always come back.
Stop, Ross.
Would you say he always comes back?
I always come back.
well, based on how the documents describe them, that is generally how they work.
I see. Oh yeah, the undead were also trying
Dang.
to burn down the tower, presumably
Well,
from
that-
from his command.
That makes sense. It is a religious icon.
But
Speaking
thankfully I
of-
had this on me, and I pull out my lovely alchemy jug.
Yes, of course.
Speaking,
You know, you would
speaking
really
of-
think that an undead would respect other dead's privacy.
I don't describe logic to revenants. It doesn't quite work.
So,
Well, they were once human.
Well, anyways, you were trying to say something, so I'm going to let you speak. Before I
speaking of the religious place of it, apparently something I learned is that same place worships the same god I do.
well, that is quite a relief. Well,
Honestly, I didn't think anyone else did.
I'll have to do more research on that. Anyways, well, that is a pretty good report. I'll make sure to send all this to the capital.
Of course.
Hmm.
As for the next job, well, I got something kind of fun for you guys.
Oh.
Oh,
Why does it sound like this fun is going to end up being regretful at the end?
Honestly, it shouldn't. You're being hired as a precaution. Unlikely precaution at that.
Oh.
Really?
It's and he will point out the same job request that I showed you guys last time, which I will
is
read.
our
Uh,
contractor racist?
What?
Do you not remember what the fucking
Yeah,
I
I will read
don't-
it. I will.
Which one did you
I
pick?
will read it again. I'm worried of my father's party. It's not that I don't trust him, but I overheard some of the staff he hired talking a language I do not understand. It's his 60th birthday, and I don't want to upset him, but I have been given the right to invite 5 guests of my choosing. So if you could discreetly join in the festivities and just put my mind at ease. If it helps, free food, free drink, and we do have various accommodations in our manor.
I forgot this was the one we had.
Yeah, I forgot that was the one we picked.
Nice.
Because
a birthday.
Yeah.
because like think about this equivalent to our real world. This is essentially like some rich kid being like, my dad is hanging around people that speak Spanish. I don't trust them. Can you come around
Oh
just
my
in case something
God,
happens?
no.
Well, honestly, that is exactly why I assume this job will probably lead to nothing.
Well,
I
I
mean,
can't help
I
but
mean,
agree with you. There's almost countless languages in the world.
I mean, the thing is, though, it wouldn't be that bad to keep our guards up. Last time we had a mission,
No,
we thought that nothing wouldn't happen. Well,
Well, I'm not saying not to keep your guards up. You'd be pretty bad guards if you didn't do that. I'm just saying. odds are this will be nothing. You're literally going to travel 3 days out to the Sinclair Winery, which, by the way, Landrose, you would probably know, is like the biggest winery in the region. Like, it is large.
I've always wanted some of their wine. Of course, on my off time.
Well, like I said, you basically go there. They're literally going to feed you, and in theory, nothing should happen.
All right.
I guess going there shouldn't be that bad of an idea. Plus, I can't lie, the free food and drinks kind of has my eye a little bit.
They say the best things in life are free, though I beg to differ.
Also, to be honest, I would very much appreciate to go on a mission where I don't almost die. That would be pretty nice.
Well, I have some good news and bad news. Bad news, if you were thinking of buying those bolts, they've been sold.
Ooh.
Good news, I have a few other things in stock.
Oh, do tell.
Right. And then Mimi kind of jumps on the table. Mimi, actually, is doing a dance.
Can we have a performance check to see how well it's dancing?
Sure.
Yes.
I'm sure. I'm sure it's great.
Not 20. Not 20, please.
Honestly, 13. Like, it's above average.
Okay.
Not bad.
Okay.
That's not
Okay.
bad.
Honestly, not bad. Not bad.
You can hear like the sound of wood like hitting the table at like a beat. Dum, 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 dum. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Wait, did you add our gold to our inventory yet?
Oh, I have not. I
I'm
talked to.
about to ask that. Sorry,
I believe Eve. I did add yours, Eve, because we talked about it in Ross, but I haven't done for everybody else.
Okay.
You didn't, for me at least.
I didn't. Oh. All right.
That's
Well,
why
yeah.
I was importing myself.
Well, I don't add it to Foundry. I add it to Beyond.
Then yeah, you did on mine.
Yes. But for everyone else, if you would like, I can add it. But it is like, yeah, it is a. That was a mess up. It's 480 gold that you guys would add to your current total.
Okay.
Yeah.
480.
I'll just
Alright.
add it to myself.
Thank you. Right. So first off, I've got a couple scrolls, though one of these are on the bit of the pricier side.
Yeah,
Actually, a lot of this stuff's on the bit of the pricier side. So, I'll start with my cheapest thing. This scroll, if you know how to manage it, will keep you safe for a period of time as long as you don't exude hostility.
Kai is gonna
Was it-
look directly at Landros.
Sounds
Oh,
familiar.
yeah. Was that the
Sounds very-
spell that
It
you
is-
had
yeah.
casted?
Yes, it is a scroll of sanctuary.
Yep.
Our other scroll happens to have a knack for locating things, living things specifically. It's gonna be on the pricier side, 512 gold.
You know what? That makes sense because isn't locate creature 4th level?
Fair enough. Yep.
Yeah.
Now, time for my really fun stuff. I finally managed to get in contact with some of my Underdarkian Smith contacts.
Oh.
And Mimi, if you would be so kind, you see Mimi like kind of like open up, and you see, first off, a breastplate falls out. This is a special breastplate that'll basically reduce the worst of a hit. It's an adamantine breastplate, which means
No critical hits?
yes.
Was it that it doesn't
Yeah.
get
No
crit
crit.
or something?
Yeah, no
Yeah.
crits. But now this one I'm really proud of. As you see this warhammer kind of wobble on the table, boom, 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 bing, immediately not falling down. Thanks to some of the materials, we were able to apply a bit of a magnetic propulsion and attraction to this warhammer, meaning it'll find your targets easier and due to the repulsion, it'll move away from you harder and faster. It's a +1 Warhammer.
Okay.
The Warhammer is 812 gold pieces. The breastplate is 720.
Wait, how much is the Warhammer?
812.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard 112. I was like, what?
For a
You
plus,
guys get a discount. It's not that much.
for a +1? Yeah, no way. Hmm.
Well, I'm gonna like. No, I'll never. He's not that weak. I thought Landros had no strength. I was about to say I was gonna go pick up the Warhammer, noodle arms, drop it, but I forgot I had pretty decent
Yeah,
strength.
yeah. So you pick it up, and like again, you note that. Well, right. He as you pick it up, to give you a try, he'll like pull out like a little like metal badge that you put on like kind of your shoulder. With that, it'll really try and push away from you. It should increase the strength it hits at.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, it's kind of like struggling to move it around. Not quite sure if style.
No, this is just what I got. Not to worry.
Maris, this interest you at all?
Mm,
We can get the metal plate fitted into your well, cloak, I guess.
my me cloak, yes.
Close.
I kind of like feel it. I'm like looking at
Yeah.
the numbers, seeing if it's something I would want.
Isn't a Warhammer like a D10?
It's a D10
Yeah,
if you're
tuning is
two-handed.
D10. Looks like.
Yeah, D10.
Because in the menu it's showing me a D8, and I'm like,
You also,
Yeah, it's D8 or D10. The
You-
one hand is
Yeah.
D8.
You also gotta keep in mind the fact that this is a +1, so it's magical.
oh yeah, I didn't consider that.
It-
Uh,
It's something to consider.
feel like I'm okay. I don't know. I feel like the greatsword has been consistently.
I do think great
Doing
sword would
okay.
be consistent damage, but I also think that if Cleaves is starting to hand magic stuff to us, that means that there's going to be stuff
We
that
might be fine.
stuff for
I mean, so far there has been a couple things that
I
had.
could afford it.
I was gonna say, there have been a couple creatures where they've had resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
But
Do I
also,
think-
guys, don't forget we could also just he okay. Let's go back into character.
Yeah.
So you said that you got in contact your Underdark, forging contact.
Yes, I did.
Do you think if we paid a premium, you would be able to do a custom order through them?
Of course, yes. It'd be a little bit before it gets here, naturally, but I absolutely can.
Well, thankfully, this next mission shouldn't be anything too severe, so we could place our orders for
Mhm.
our ideal weapons that fit our style. And when we come back from this, which should be less dangerous than what we're used to job, they'll be ready for the next one.
Of course, yes. Potentially. Time is, well, it doesn't take, it's not immediate that these things can get forged. But
Yes, of course.
within relative speed.
Sure. The idea, I assume, being we send an order for a greatsword instead.
I can absolutely
Doesn't
get a, yeah,
idea.
magnetic greatsword. Yes, I can absolutely get that set up.
Could
I'm
you
good for that,
add
I
a
think.
Flan Verge to that deal as well?
Can you also add a
Uh,
rapier to that deal?
You're asking a lot. Roll me. How should I do this? Roll me a d20. Roll me 3d20.
Yes.
Do we want highs or
Should we
lows?
each roll a d20?
Yeah. For each person getting the weapon roll, that'll make life easier.
That's a 10.
Okay. So
You say for
Ah.
each person?
yeah, that just makes it easier for me to organize which rolls go to which. We're basically rolling for how many days. Oh no.
Oh.
It'll take for the weapons to be made.
Okay. What?
Well, if it's
The
actually
one case.
yeah, I was
for
gonna
that
say
one.
Eve would get her weapon.
Honestly,
first.
this does make sense.
It does,
These
yeah.
rolls do make
It does,
sense.
yeah.
All right. Okay, so yes, I will talk to them, and that should get them done in a amount of time.
One day.
Well, would the price be similar to the Warhammer, or we have to pay like a bit of some order fee on top of that?
Probably a little bit more, but we'll talk to that when I actually talk to my contacts.
All right, sounds good.
I don't think there's anything in your shop that's interesting to me right now. However, there has been something that's been on my mind.
Oh, what is it?
This is for the guild in general. Would there be any chance that we could potentially purchase a card at some point?
Of course, eventually, but yeah, no, that wouldn't be an issue at all. This is a bit of a farming town area.
Would we have a place to park near the guild?
That wouldn't be an issue. No.
Okay.
Lilith? Yeah, I can. Oh wait, he wouldn't do that. Demon girl, may I speak to you over here for a quick second? Come here.
Oh, what's up, Leaps?
Oh no, I was just looking at something.
Yeah, I'm gonna close these doors.
Yep.
Everything all right?
So, we get paid by the day,
I mean,
right?
that's true.
If we get a cart, that means that it would take us less days to get to the places that we're going to, which means overall we make less money.
I mean,
So the cart is only benefiting our employers and not necessarily us.
that's true, but I assume at some point we're gonna be tired of walking everywhere.
You can fly.
It's still. Do you realize flying still takes energy from me?
Well, then you can walk when your wings get tired.
I think my point still stands at the very least. We don't have to get it for this mission or anything like that. I imagine like, are we being quiet about this, Kiri, or like, can they?
Yes.
Are you guys-
I
will
closed the
say,
doors
yeah.
for a reason.
Yeah, I will say you guys
Echoing
can
from the
make a
basement.
stealth check if you'd like.
I don't
Just,
want to,
Yeah.
believe it or not.
But yeah. I mean, fair enough.
Anyway, that's all I had to say.
Sorry about that.
Anyways. Well, thank you for the report. And of course, he would have handed out the gold already.
Thank you.
Now then. Get some rest, and get whatever preparations you need. Gonna be, a nice weekend for you guys, really.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
knock on the table.
I'm also gonna knock on the table.
Good idea. Also will.
Nice.
Everyone in the guild except for the leader just knocks on the table. The table almost gets crushed by Dr. Orth.
Mimi doesn't get what's going on, but will make a pseudopod attack at the table.
Oh no.
No.
Doing 6 damage to it.
Oh no. The table got hit like someone dropped on it.
All right. Well, you've done enough of your superstitious twaddling. Next up is, well, to be honest, for those of you who need it to get some sleep.
Alrighty then.
Is there anything in particular anybody would like to do?
I when I came, said I wanted to get a checkup from Dr. Orth.
Yeah, correct. Then we'll rewind a bit to that scene. Or I assume, yeah, we'll get
Well,
to
that
scene.
would happen now because we gave the report.
Fair enough, yeah. All right, so yeah, I will bring you to his clinic.
After this, I do want to do something with my character, but I'm gonna
Yep,
wait till
I gotcha.
everyone else does their thing.
All
first.
right. All right, and this is a giant. Let's get a look at you. Also, how does the clinic look?
Like a
Looks
clinic.
good.
Thank
It
you.
does
Yep.
look like a clinic. Yeah.
That's good. All right. Okay, let's see. Ooh, that's okay. Thankfully, it seems the healing came to you fast enough. Ooh, for that poison, you're gonna need to get that help to work out that poison out of your system a bit.
Yeah.
Otherwise-
Messed up.
Otherwise, you should be fine. Just with a bit of bruises. It's gonna be sore, but you'll be fine.
Well, I figured I should consult you about my medical
No.
condition, given the fact that I am not very knowledgeable on this subject, and you are
No.
obviously an expert.
That is much appreciated. Alrighty then. Oh, there we go. Here, take this potion. He's gonna hand you a blue potion. It doesn't taste great, but might help you out a bit.
Should I take it now?
If the pain gets particularly bad.
Okay. Well, it's not feeling particularly bad right now, so I suppose I'll take it when it does. Thank you so
Smart.
much, Doctor.
Of course. Get some rest.
Of course.
You move yourself. So anyone else have anything they want to do?
I don't think I
You-
have anything else.
Don't
I
have
don't-
to.
Everything.
By the
Then
way,
we'll-
Philippe, is this potion just like a flavor thing, essentially?
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Yes. It's not an actual mechanical thing. It is basically in lore. It's not really even a magical potion. It just calls it a potion because it makes people feel better. But it's a pain numbing agent.
He gave me liquid morphine. Got it.
Not entirely wrong. Anyways, but yes, it no real mechanical effect. It's just it's flavor. Anyways, so Lilith.
Yeah, so I would be going into. I'd be in my room.
Right.
What room did you say mine was again?
I don't remember. It does not really matter.
This one.
Yeah, please. I actually do have an idea of a mechanical effect this would have, but it would do nothing for me.
Fair enough.
What do you think about it giving advantage on concentration checks against being attacked for one turn or for like 1 minute?
Maybe. We can come around that if I decide it's an actual item you're getting.
Wait. Okay.
Concentration against being attacked.
Yeah,
No, it just means that if you take damage, you have advantage. It's basically giving you Warcaster for like a minute, but we will discuss
Okay.
that some other day.
Okay. Yeah, that really
All right,
confused me
so
for a moment.
you go to your room.
I make sure the door is locked, and I
Okay.
set the book on like I assume I have like a little like table or something in there.
Yeah, you would. I mean, you were told that you can customize your rooms to however your heart's content. So,
Right.
would you have wanted a table in there?
A little one, yeah, at the very least.
Then yes, then there's a table in there.
And I would like to attempt to try to see if I can focus the arcana or like the magic that's like radiating from the book, and like try to see if I could speak to this devil himself, like speak to the devil, sort of, if that makes sense. Or
I
doesn't.
mean, it's always. Yeah, I got you. Okay. All right. So first off, make an Arcana check. I normally say make an Arcana check using your spellcasting modifier, but you're an artificer, so it's already intelligence.
Yes.
So just make me an Arcana check.
Yep.
That's the first thing.
Here you go. That is a
Okay.
15.
All right, can see what you're trying to do. Next, make a Wisdom saving throw. Good luck.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
Wow, you.
By the way,
Okay.
I did not tell anyone I'm doing this.
No, I got
Yeah.
that. I figured as much because when you locked the door and stuff.
Yeah.
I will let you know the initial save for this was 5, and it was going to go higher the more times you tried to do this. So you wasted that nat 20.
Mhm.
But all the same, all right. So you open the book, and you focus the energy back into it. If people were watching, they would notice your wings flickering in and out of existence, and even your face shifting from tiefling back to it was human you were originally.
It was either I forget, but I think I originally put it was. I think it was originally human. I can double check that in the background information.
Yeah,
at some
we're
point.
going
I
either
believe
way. It
that's
would look
human.
kind of the same. Yes, yes. So your features are shifting between like a human-looking and tiefling face, and as you do, you kind of get visions, but they don't mean anything. You see gold raining from the sky, or is it going into the ocean? Wait, what? Now that doesn't make sense. Maybe it's. Then you see massacres of blood in oceans. Then you see a figure you definitely don't recognize, sitting on a throne, with a twisted smile that seems to have been almost what we would describe as like photoshopped onto the face. The figure is definitely infernal in nature, but you don't know what any of that means. Then you see a city. And then you see that same city. Like, first you see a city with life and people living in it, then that same city completely abandoned. Then your head hurts. A lot.
Ugh.
And your connection to the book is severed. Not of your own doing.
So I guess he doesn't want to talk. I was hoping to have a little bit of a chat.
Make an insight check for me.
Insights. There you go. Ah, damn. Oh, well,
I'm giving you no more information than I've already given you.
that's her. My character can make the assumption of, oh, he doesn't want to
Yeah,
chat.
you can make whatever assumptions you want. So make those assumptions, but I am telling you, I'm giving you no more information.
Alright, I just close back up the book, and yeah, I just go to bed.
All right. Anybody else, or do we just move on to the next day?
Yeah.
I think I'm ready to move on to the next one.
Good.
All right then. All right, the next day.
Oh, I just realized. She would have written the stuff that she saw in like the little vision thing before she went to bed.
That honestly, absolutely fair. And you know what? Yeah, no, write them down. I will actually do the same. Put it where I have your backstory stuff.
Also, that place. That's that city that's abandoned. That wouldn't be Elturel, would it? I'm joking. I'm joking.
Carry on.
Also, just realized only Pleeps, me, and maybe Kiri might know that reference.
I mean, Elturel is a pretty major D&D city.
But it's also Eve, Neo, and Dill.
Correct, but
Dill
also,
might.
I mean,
But
for the
also-
record, Ethan and Neo were there with us playing Baldur's Gate
Mhm.
when they talked about Elturel.
But do you really think either of them remembered that statement? That one line in that game we played, what, 3 hours for?
I don't know. But anyways, carrying on. Let me just gonna. All right, the next day. You guys have the option to set out if you'd like.
Ugh.
I'll unlock your door for you.
Oh my god.
Ah,
How are you guys always up so early in the morning?
So
No.
for the record, by the way, I just forgot to move them. But the notable people who would be here, she would be here already. Clary probably would, because again, Clary also has the 4-hour long rest thing.
Yeah.
He's not, and Dr. Orth would actually be in his class. Well, I get up to do my meetings every day. Which you will be happy to know the Capitol's been happy with our performance.
that's
I
great
usually
to,
try to
that's,
get a
that's great to
decent
hear.
hour of sleep.
Alright.
I imagine like I wake up like after the whole thing, I was like, I'm just gonna write this down and go to bed, and like my hair's like still.
You got like
messed
a
after waking
coffee
up.
machine? Or like some way of making like coffee here?
No, but I do order some from the tavern, and then
Oh, that was
Heavily.
me asking you, not him.
oh, in the guild itself at the moment, no.
Okay.
As you know, the guild is still very much under construction.
I wasn't sure if like Dr. Orth brought his coffee machine or something with him.
No, Dr. Orth brought water and apples,
His Keurig.
which is weird because apples keep doctors away.
Fucking
I think.
Keurig.
Anyway,
Well, no, Dr. Orth did not bring a coffee machine. No, but no. The guild hall itself does not currently have a coffee machine. Though I will note,
we are getting close to upgrading it, I believe. This is our 4th mission. isn't it?
yeah,
Is our
this is
upgrade
number
gonna be
3.
adding
is it number
a
3?
coffee room?
That is up to you guys.
I mean, it's an option.
Didn't we say we were gonna do one thing and then we got the little alchemy room?
We did. Hold on, so we have the alchemy room, the service room,
The alchemy room and the church,
the church room,
the temple.
and we're talking about a. I don't know if we used the
Training
word
area.
A gym.
Yeah,
Like a
gym
gym
or
training area.
Honestly, you know what we should do? We should write down and pin what ones we say, just so we have like a written note of okay, in case we forget in between. You know what I mean?
If
And
you
it
guys
should
want to
be
do that,
fair.
be my guest. But also, who knows what you guys are going to see that'll enforce what you guys actually want to build.
Right. No, I'm just saying like in general, like we have like a list of we have all these good options because really, it's an infinite puzzle piece basically.
Correct. That being said, are you guys ready to head out, or is there any scenes you guys want to play before you head out?
Really?
I'm ready.
I'm gonna go pray
Yeah.
before we leave.
That is fair.
Please God, don't let me get my ass kicked again.
Please let this be a normal field trip.
With Ross? No way.
What
With
I
the
mean,
guild? No way.
that works. That one works. That one
With
works.
the guild? No way.
All right. So
God, now I want a fucking magic cart. I want a magic cart now.
A magic cart bus.
well,
Magic
if that
adventure
is
cart.
something you would like,
Oh, no,
He's-
he's
That
gonna
lies.
rise.
I will let you know that will be really pricey.
Oh no, absolutely. I know. I mean, it's like, what would what would we have our magic cart do? Because probably not all the same stuff that the magic school bus does.
I
because,
mean,
dear God, that's a lot.
honestly, the cart casts true polymorph on itself.
The magic cart bus. The magic
Once
cart bus
per,
is a new game
uh,
plus item.
Yeah, once per long rest, the cart casts true polymorph on itself.
Turning into what? That's
Anything.
Anything.
Oh,
Have
that's
you not
funny.
watched?
oh,
dragon.
From what it sounds like,
Oh,
this
wow.
magic cart bus just sounds like a new game plus item.
Hey.
God,
I mean,
that- I really want that. I actually really want that. I know it's gonna be.
I
That's gonna be
Not a
very,
level
very
3 item.
pricey. Dear God.
It's definitely not a level 3 item.
No, absolutely not.
No, absolutely not.
Anyway,
True polymorph on itself. Ancient white dragon.
Yeah. My cart turns into
Well-
an ancient white dragon.
carrying right along,
the cart turns into a clown car.
if you want, it's carrying right along. It'll be a 3-day trip to the Sinclair Winery. Lanrose, if you would like, you could. Anyone else could, because it's actually popular enough to be known even outside of this small region. But Lanrose, the DC would be lower for you. You can make a history check to see if you know anything about the winery specifically.
Okay.
Anyone can though, right?
Yes, anyone can. The DC is lower for Lanrose.
Okay.
In a lot.
Where's history?
here.
I'm not doing history. All right, yeah, you guys go ahead.
I mean, it's free. You could do it. I think what did I roll? Hey, I got 17 as well.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
17, but I did
Oh,
mention
yeah.
the DC is lower
You know
for
what?
Lanrose.
Right.
Before I continue, it's free. I might as well.
Yeah, it's free.
Yeah,
I'm
That
working
makes
I
on
kind
it.
of figured that would happen.
Yep. All right. So I mean, Lilith, you know the Sinclair Winery exists. About the information that Lanrose, I would have already told Lanrose. You know, Lanrose, you know that because of how large the winery is and how much staff it has, a sort of a pseudo village kind of got formed around it. Basically, any shops and such that do exist, though you've never been there yourself, are staffed by family of staff of the winery.
Now, Plebes, question for you: does the winery happen to be like just one very tall building going up with smog coming out of it?
You don't know how wineries work.
I'm making a
No,
reference.
he does.
I'm making a reference to Mutants and Masterminds.
No, it's not like that. It's not that. It's not.
I
that.
know. I'm
No.
making. Yeah, I was making a joke.
No. It's actually for those who've had the pleasure of getting to visit or go on a tour or something, it is actually really nice looking nature.
Cool.
All right.
I'm actually quite excited for this. This is a spot that I've always wanted to carve out a bit of time to go to.
I mean, I've just been busy, but I've heard at least little things about the place.
Yeah, for the record, shipments of Sinclair Winery do happen in places like the capital and stuff. It's up until the recent acquisitions, it's been a lot pricey to get it, but people have said it's been worth the extra import cost.
See,
All
I
right.
would indulge myself in wine, but I'm not exactly the drinking type.
So, how much you get? So, how much do one of you guys want to bet that something's gonna walk up to us this time while we're traveling?
Probably a lot.
Probably quite a bit.
With that in mind, we will cut through. Unless you guys have a particular sayings, I will say the first 2 days are rather uneventful. The third day, on the other
I'm
hand,
about to lose my bet.
Plebes, before we get to this, can I roll like a pseudo insight check for myself to see if I think Dr. Orth is the wine type of guy?
yeah, go for it.
Wow.
Oh,
You're not sure, which I'll be honest, allows me to decide that later. So,
He prefers water.
Right.
We're gonna need someone to turn that water into wine. Anyway,
we're gonna move on.
I know.
Ignore the name of this map, by the way.
quaint
So-
village school.
I said ignore the name of the map. As you guys are traveling, and you're starting to see some of the winery, some of the fields of the winery already. But you see a man in a trench coat kind of wandering from you. I assume you guys have no reason to be going like particularly quietly.
No.
No.
Not at the moment.
So the man is going to turn to you. Don't come close to me.
Why exactly?
I said, I can't control. As he turns 180 degrees to look at you guys and starts taking steps towards you guys. I can't.
I'm gonna start backing up a bit.
Yeah.
I need to get away from.
Hey, big fella, do you want to see what's wrong with him? You do like healing stuff.
Well, yeah,
contagious?
sure, I could look. He's far away though.
He is, and like slowly, he's like, "You need to get away from me." I wrote how this works, so I should probably make sure I'm double checking
Hmm.
so that I follow all the rules when you guys do things or not do things. Alright, here it is, yes. Did I write? Oh. Well, I have. Okay, yep, that's how it works. Yep, okay, yep. Nice.
Are you good now?
No, he's struggling not to step closer to you guys. But it seems the closer he gets, the more he can't seem to struggle anymore.
This is peculiar.
Is there any way Kai can just kind of like see what's going on without getting too close?
I mean, you can make a medicine check and just see what you figure out.
Medicine's not that bad. I'll do that.
Oh, would I be? Oh, okay. Oh, never
Okay,
mind.
well,
Wow.
Never mind.
He is sick, but you are realizing it is not just sick. Whatever sickness he has, it is both equally magical and biological. The man's been cursed badly.
Oh God.
that's not good. He's gonna back away with that.
Do you relay the fact curse to the group?
He's going to look at them. That man's cursed. We need to go.
Well,
Another curse?
just a second.
Wow.
If he truly is cursed, judging by his actions, he doesn't want to harm anybody.
He doesn't want
The
to.
odds are, if we just leave him here, he's going to lose even further control of himself. And then the next people he comes across that are like us, he is just going to attack. And unlike us, they could just be tourists going to the wine.
As you would know, considering this is a birthday party for a major figure, while the road is pretty empty right now, in the next few hours, a lot of people are expected to be coming this way.
While they are discussing, after hearing that the person's cursed, I also take a look at him and try to see if there's any potential connection to the same curse that's affected other creatures that have been basically sort of around me, basically.
I see what you're saying. Arcana or religion would do.
Let's go for Arcana. That is a.
You're not
10.
sure.
I suppose you're right, but the problem relies in he does seem like an innocent person. But from what I've seen, or what I saw just then, this curse is bad. I don't think we can treat this.
Well, we could at least make it so that he isn't a threat to others or himself.
Well, I'm not sure what happens if he gets closer, but he seems to be getting closer.
As he's getting closer, you can see his fingers are turning into claws.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh.
Ah, it hurts so much. Ah!
Also, I just realized what this is. I think me as a player, not character.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think so either, Ross.
Character-wise, no shot.
I don't think Ross knows what's happening here either.
I mean,
I think
can,
I have a vague idea about what's happening here, but I'm not sure.
I will state at this
Yeah.
point, you guys have stood there for a while, and he is getting closer.
Yeah.
And as he's getting closer, he's getting faster, more rapidly approaching your location.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
step
so
in front of
are we
the big
fighting
guy.
or are we fighting or?
I
Well,
don't think we have much of a choice.
I agree. I think if we just walk around and leave him be, he's just gonna stumble across people that can't defend themselves like we can.
All right, then as he
Right.
gets to about, I'll say here, I think that's reasonable. Let's double check here. Yeah, that's reasonable. I will have you guys roll initiative. As you can see, at this point, no, not again. He seems to have lost complete control of his body.
Did he say not again?
He said not again.
By the place I sent you my guess.
Yes, I
Yeah,
saw that. I am not going to say anything.
But that's what I was gonna say.
I've-
Don't respond to it.
Okay.
There's one of my nat 20s for the day.
All right. All right, Clary, you
What
start
is
us off.
giving you that plus?
What is she? You're saying what's giving her the plus?
Oh, I'm not
It adds
asking like
my
questionable.
my subclass adds my intelligence.
I thought it was charisma.
Right. Yes, that is part of that subclass.
Because I was like confused because I was like, oh, that's alert. And I was like, wait, no, her dex is
Yep.
3.
Yeah. You can add your charisma modifier to initiative rolls.
Or is it charisma? I thought it was
It's
intelligence.
charisma. It's charisma.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Why
All
do we
right.
want to kill this dude? What do we want to do, first of all?
That I'm unsure.
I'm fine either way.
I'll go start stabbing him, I guess, then.
Okay.
If I can get to him, that is. Very easily can. Whee! As you can assume, I am going to booming blade this in case he moves.
That is fair. Understood. Gah!
Going for non-lethal, though, just in case.
Okay. Understood. Roll it for me.
Whee!
That is going to miss.
Damn it.
Ugh. Anything else you would like to do?
That be it.
All right. They are going to use a legendary action.
Oh, well,
Oh.
shit.
Uh-oh.
Excuse you.
You heard me. As you can see, their claws are going to elongate even more, and you can see it dripping with this green liquid as it's going to try and scratch it across your face.
Please no.
Ooh.
Please no.
Tell you in a second. That's going to be a 23.
Ow!
All right, that is going to be not that 12 damage total, 4
How
of
much
it
of it-
being poison damage.
Alright, so that's what, 10 damage?
Right. Oh yes, because we're taking 2 off for the poison because you're resistant to poison.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, 10 is correct. Yes.
Ow. You
Alright,
shit.
That is your turn and legendary action. Lilith.
Yeah, I am going to step a little closer.
Okay.
Let's say 15 feet closer, and then I'm gonna go up 15 feet.
Okay. Yep.
And yeah, I am going to send a. You know what? I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Hex on him,
Understood.
and let's have the disadvantage be for Wisdom checks.
Okay.
Uh,
Fair enough.
and yeah, it's time for a little bit of you know it, you love it, sometimes. Eldritch Blast.
Go for it.
Oh, unreliable.
That is going to miss. It's like whizzes past the thing.
Old unreliable.
No, the more unreliable part is the damage. Anyway, yeah, that'll be my turn.
All right, Lanros.
Alright. I'm gonna walk up to the guy.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Having problems.
Whatever.
Me,
My scroll wheel's broke, so I gotta zoom in with my fucking trackpad.
Oh, ew.
Oh,
Ew.
dang. Oh, I have
no, why are we
everyone.
all spinning?
Oh god.
Because it turns out I have everybody selected.
Wait,
There we go. Now I don't anymore.
I'm gonna place a seal on this guy with my bonus action.
Understood.
I'm not gonna make a joke.
I'm going to assume fire.
Yeah.
This
Does
guy
it look like he
cares.
reacts to the seal in any particular way?
The face you can see kind of like the eye reacting, but the body does not seem to be.
Okay. I'm gonna attack him.
Go for it.
Nobody fall.
And actually,
Yep,
I'm gonna
that'll
attack
give you
him.
advantage. All right. Does that actually just barely? But yes.
Okay, so AC 16.
With this attack hit, I'm gonna put another seal on this guy.
Understood.
Ooh, good man.
I
I am attacking non-lethally, by the way.
got you. Yep. All right, that's my turn.
Okay. I'll restrain you so you can't hurt anybody. That's my turn, yeah.
Okay, Kai, you're up.
He's gonna. Can I move, please, game?
You have an ish. There you go. You got it.
There we go. He's gonna kind of like move like kind of underneath where they are.
Yep.
A straight shot because he has a new spell today.
Ooh, nice.
You remember that you're a prepared caster. What do we got here?
He's gonna do this as non-lethally as possible.
Spells can't be non-lethal.
Depends on
Unfortunately,
the spell, but a lot of them can't. Correct.
Probably not guiding bolt.
I will tell you right now, this person definitely looks like they can take a guiding bolt without issue.
All right.
I
Well,
also feel
guiding
like
bolt.
if it's an attack roll spell, they should be able to be non-lethal. You can
I would say to
that
some
for a
degree,
non-lethal
yeah.
spot.
There are exceptions and such, but yeah. All right,
As non-lethally as possible, of course.
that's fair. Yep. That is unfortunately just going to barely miss.
You're fucking
God damn it, please.
kidding me. What is it? What is with
16.
me and
What
spells?
the fuck did Plebes do? This guy's AC 16.
Yeah, it's 16.
I know.
All right, is that your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
All right, it is their turn. This does mean they get their legendary reactions back. Or legendary actions, rather. But it's not going to really think about it. As it sees, you hear, no, no, not again. Which I can, yes, 2. It's going to take an attack against both of you. First is going to be Clary.
Rude.
That's going to be a 14. As
A 14 that misses.
yeah, you managed to dodge it. Then the next one's going for Landrose. Natural 1. As you can see, you can see. It seems that the person who is infected is managing to hold the claws back, although the hands are shaky. Do something. Maris.
Does it
Awkward.
appear? Okay. Oh wait. my turn.
Awkward distance. Okay. I'll just get as close as I
Hold
can.
up. Good
from-
idea here. Try to walk past like Kai, so that Kai can take his attack of opportunity to shove you forward 5 feet.
Would that end up be... that wouldn't get him close enough. In fact, it'd put him pretty far back.
I went here and he pushed me. If I did
Well, to
have...
provoke opportunity attack,
Yes,
you'd
I
have
would.
to move 5 feet. So it's like, it'd be here, at this point, the opportunity attack would trigger, and then it would push him another 5 feet, and he'd get about
I'd
here.
still gain 5 feet, but it doesn't
would
have to
be-
be like.
I would argue it wouldn't be closer.
What do you mean?
I mean, if you go from 30 feet here, like the number of feet you move technically is increased,
Oh, I guess.
but it's not gonna be as far.
I
Wait,
guess it
please,
technically is.
please, I'm not being dumb, right? A shove action
I-
only provides 5 feet.
I guess it technically is.
It would only get you 5 feet,
40?
correct?
Yeah.
Because if I do this, it's 30. But if I curve, it's 40.
Well,
Is that
Why would
20
it be
there? Yeah, that
40?
is 20.
Do you have increased movement
Well, that's-
speed yet?
No, that doesn't come
Well,
till a bit later.
I'm pulling up the measurement tool and it says 40 right there. 20 and then another 20.
the shove is
40 feet.
5 feet,
Yeah.
not 10.
Oh,
So
I guess, yeah.
If it was 10 feet, then maybe. But
Either way, I'll just throw a javelin instead and then also move up.
understood.
It'll
We,
be a hit.
there
It
you
does.
go.
24. Yep, that'll hit. Roll damage.
I would hope so.
Not
Yes,
bad.
I sure hope it does. And then
Now,
I'll
not as
move.
much damage as you were hoping.
No, it takes it.
Oh, cool.
I'll go there. Actually, I'll do
At
one
the
for that.
end, is that your turn?
Yep.
Heads, tails.
I
Please
call
don't.
heads.
You want heads?
I want heads.
Heads.
Mm.
It's going to go at the end of the turn. It's going to the claws are once again going to attack you, Lanrose.
Cool.
That is going to be 15.
That misses. This guy's doing a great job fighting, by the way. What a trooper.
Oh no, Clary, you're up.
If I wanted to have flanking, would I have to come over here?
Where did you
From
here?
Maris's turn?
Here would do it.
I'll gladly take that.
Fair enough.
Whee! That's better.
That's
All right.
so funny.
Roll crit with sneak attack.
I'm gonna burn my 2 seals.
Roll those crit as well.
Is that 8d6?
No. Oh, maybe. But this is my damage.
Holy
Whee!
shit!
It is 8d6.
Roll all
Uh,
threes.
This
did?
was related to
Kiri did. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck, Kiri?
Yeah, dude.
What are the odds of rolling 40
The midest roll.
and getting 3
Uh,
sixes?
for the record, it takes all the damage.
Good.
Got temp HP.
That'd be my turn.
Understood. All right, Lilith, you're up.
I think that's the coolest thing about the seals is I can burn them on other people's crits.
Yeah.
Nah, it is nice. It is nice.
Anyway,
Hey Ross,
what's up?
you said this guy has disadvantage on wisdom, right?
Wisdom check,
Checks.
not
Right.
saving throws.
Specifically.
Not saving
Yeah,
throws. Let me see.
specifically wisdom check. So if one of us wanted to hide, for example, this guy's perception check would be at disadvantage.
Okay,
Here-
not saving. All right,
Yeah,
got it.
specifically.
Generally, the only thing that's worth hexing is like strength, so they
Strength-
can grapple people easier.
Strength for
Hex doesn't do
grappling.
savings.
No, it doesn't.
Damn,
It
that shit's a lot
doesn't-
worse than I thought it was.
Yeah.
If it
I thought that shit was
if it-
amazing, and then
if
it
it-
was like,
if it did do saving throws, then I would argue we would not have the rule where it doesn't cost us concentration. 'Cause
Honestly,
that's very
yeah.
powerful.
All right.
I mean,
with
my
that-
warlock to have that. That's like a
Continue your
feature.
turn.
Yep.
I will be right back. I need to head to the bathroom real badly.
All
right.
I mean, my turn's gonna be rather quick because Eldritch Blast.
Go for it.
I'm gonna end up hitting this guy and end up being. Oh yeah, wait. It'd be flanking, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. Yes, roll one more.
Nat 20. Come on. You are fucking with
Nope.
me.
But it does hit, so roll the damage.
Let's see this two. Fat two coming
Two.
out here.
Two.
Hold on. 1d6 for hex. That is
9 damage. About the same as the javelin.
okay. Not awful. I've rolled worse.
Okay. That
my turn.
is. Yeah, Landrose, you're up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna attack him the way God intended.
That is absolutely fair. Go for it.
So Lilith was the last attack. Could I just kind of?
You kind of can do that, yes.
Yeah.
It's silly that you can do that, so I might have to think of it like maybe making a rule about not being able to do that, but for now you can do that.
What is he trying to do?
You can technically move into your ally's space and then move out, as long as you don't end your turn there.
Oh,
Yeah.
You move ally space,
Oh.
attack. Yeah, it's this weird thing. But either way, it hits. Still non-lethal, I assume, correct?
What's up?
Are you still attacking non-lethally, I assume?
Yeah.
Alright, roll the damage, please. Alright, they're starting to, like, go off balance.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck. Oh wait, it's still my turn. Okay.
It is still your turn, yes.
I would like to kind of look at him and try to see where, like, if there's like a specific point where this is being caused from, because you're mentioning the claws a lot. Like if it's the claws that are affected.
Alright.
this way.
Make a medicine check for me. See if you can figure something out.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, that's reasonable enough. Yeah, so generally speaking, they are looking sick all around. And if you're looking at the way they're moving, it's like their body is being puppeted. As for a general, like, location for where the infection's coming from, that is hard to say.
Okay. That's gonna be my turn.
Understood. Kai, you back?
No, it's not. So it's time to talk about
well
this
then.
video sponsor. No one.
Well, I
'Cause
will.
I thought like this was like a. I was starting to think this was like a parasite type of thing where it's just like a thing attached to his body, because he was like physically restraining a part that was acting against himself, which felt like, I don't know.
Yeah. I will say, for thinking that logic does generally seem to vibe. Yes.
Yeah, that I was wrong. I was,
Yes, you were.
I was thinking it was some sort of like were creature-esque thing.
I see why you'd think that. I realize I described with claws and stuff,
Yeah.
but not quite what's going on. I will say, vibe check for this encounter.
I like this.
I like this too.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that you said that the guy is cursed, and from how I understand it, were creature stuff.
No,
There's
again, I want to be clear.
mortars?
I entirely understand why you would think that. You would go to that conclusion. Makes
Also-
total sense.
I fucking knew it when Ross said, "I think I know what this is," but my character wouldn't. I was like, he thinks this is a fucking were creature. This isn't a fucking were creature.
Yeah, generally speaking, lycanthropy in D&D is not conveyed with coughing.
Mhm.
I also made a
Also,
point.
generally, there's like a component where they're conditional. This guy is just chilling in broad daylight.
Correct. Yes, you're not wrong. No, this is the yeah. Oh, it's your turn.
Yeah. Hi.
Hello.
They're looking. They're looking like they're starting to go down.
They're starting to go down.
Yeah.
Bane.
Going to use Bane. Okay, I'll have them make a Charisma saving throw. Okay. Despite the struggles of the creature, it does not get affected by Bane.
God damn it!
The fact that you rolled twice is interesting.
Yes, I will explain. It seems like something in this entity is trying to make it get hit by stuff, so it has disadvantage on certain saves.
Oh.
That is your turn, I assume, Kai?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if it wants it to get hit by Bane so it fails wisdom saves.
Okay, it's going to... Ooh, yeah, it's going to do this so it can get both of you. It's going to... it moved.
If it moves.
Taking booming blade damage, whether it likes it or not.
Appreciate it, thank you.
It also takes an attack of opportunity. If
I know, I'm working on it. Well, it's versatile when they move, right?
Yes. Alright, that's pretty good.
And then rapier.
Yeah.
We.
That'll miss. It's going to take attack against Maris and attack against Lanrose, as it hasn't tried you two yet.
Oh, nuts.
oh, rats.
Okay.
This first one's for Maris. That's going to be a 24.
Oh, dang it.
Second one for Lanrose. That's going to be a 21.
Ooh.
Oof.
Alright. Maris, it's going to be 9 damage. Do you care about poison damage? I don't actually think you
I have
do.
defense against poison, I think.
Double checking. Where does it say? Yes, you do. So, 9 damage. 4 of it is poison. So take 2 from this. So it's 7 damage.
7.
Okay.
For Lanrose, which you don't have resistance to poison.
Yep.
Are you kidding me?
Exact
I'm just
health.
gonna reveal this roll. Because it's hilarious.
Oh, 1.
That's
One.
crazy. What the fuck?
Wow.
So the way I'm going to flavor it is, does Lanrose AC is highest? Is it represented by him dodging or blocking?
He's dodging.
Yeah. So you manage to just kind of jump out of the way, so it just kind of barely nicks you.
He is wearing a full suit while
Yeah.
fighting, so
Yeah.
he's not exactly tanking blows.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Your AC represents your luck. For the most part. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, that'll be its turn. Maris, you're up.
I don't really want to rage on him. So I'm just I'll use a reckless attack
Go for it.
on this one.
If you mind me
boy.
asking, are you also going non-lethal?
Sure.
Alright, roll the damage, please.
Resistance still, so. Yeah.
Alright,
11.
describe how you knock them out.
I like to imagine he did like a spin move to try to hit. He hit me and then spun
Yep.
around to hit Lanrose, but it like.
And it was
barely hit
at that, which is why it's a little damage to Lanrose.
him.
Because it was
My
going
body, like-
unconscious as it was going to strike at Lanrose.
Yeah,
You
my,
hear
like, arm warped and like bonked him.
you hear a thank you as the body falls unconscious.
Uh.
And at this point, you guys could leave initiative.
What if we
Yeah.
choose not to? Will we always be stuck in this 6-second time loop? Or not time loop, but...
I mean, as I've said, if there is a reason it benefits you to do so, yeah, you can.
So, first, I would like to restrain him
That makes
so
sense.
he can't just
Yep.
attack us when he wakes back up.
Yep, that makes perfect sense. Yep.
Roping him again.
And I want to like kind of investigate his body further to see
Okay.
if I can see like some kind of like spot where it's originating from, because I couldn't get a really good close look at him while we were fighting. You know.
That makes sense. Yeah, investigation check.
All right. Can I get a?
Oh. I would like to cast Guidance on Kiri.
Thank you.
Or
Alright.
Landros,
yeah.
not Kiri. Gary, Gary, you don't get a plus D4 for
All right.
what do you do in your daily
going.
day life?
Oof. Oof. Ooh.
So, I mean, as much as you respect Dr. Orth, but you acknowledge you don't have his expertise.
Yeah.
So, as much as you would like to, there are things you can figure out and things you can't.
Please.
Number one,
Okay, God.
you know this person's name. It's Ray.
Oh.
You see what would basically amount to a coin pouch with the belongings and such in there, including a bloody portrait of a family.
Oh no.
No.
Oh no. So,
Mm.
Pleeps, I have a question.
Yeah?
Are we like on a tight schedule, or do we have
You are-
break?
The party is tomorrow,
God.
and you are an hour away.
Ah.
Why? What's wrong?
I wanted to bring back Dr. Orth.
Well,
If
we
only you had some way to contact Dr. Orth.
yeah, we can
Oh,
call him
right,
with our
we-
sending stuff.
I
I was literally about to bring. I literally was about to bring it
phones.
up too.
All right. Hello. So I assume you're gonna take out your sending stone.
Yeah.
Hello, this is operator for your sending stone center. How can I help you today?
Greetings, my good man. I would like to be transferred to.
You would say
Is it
Dr.
like-
Orth's number. You would say Dr. Orth's
Yeah.
number.
I would say Dr. Orth's number.
Yeah, I'm not going to actually give every character numbers. That would be ridiculous. But all right.
I
Yeah.
wasn't sure if it was numbers, and if it was, I was just gonna say a random string of numbers, and that's Dr. Orth's number, to be honest.
God,
Fair enough if you want to do that, but that just
imagine we
makes
did.
the headache
Imagine
later.
we did that, and we just actually called out someone's phone number.
Anyways, so yes. All right. Yep, I'll get that number right away. Just give me a moment. All right. Orth here.
Hello, Dr. Orth. It's Lanros. I'm speaking giant.
Yeah, I figured. Oh, what is it? How'd you find that party? Well, your injuries aren't acting up, are they?
Not quite. I am calling for a different here. So, upon our arrival to the winery, essentially, we're just an hour outside of it. There was a man who appears to be infected with some type of curse that it makes his body involuntarily
What?
act against.
Curses aren't really my specialty.
Well, I am aware of that, but I think it's also a physical thing as well.
Well, in that case, I'd keep your distance. We don't know how it spreads. And just give me the exact location, which you could do.
All right, I'll exact location.
All right, and we're gonna have some fun with this. And you're not going to know the results of this, but just say high or low.
Hi.
All right, let's see.
Why is in between never an option?
Understood. Okay, well, I got a result.
Next thing you know, we know Dr. Orth is dead.
That is.
That would be crazy for Pleeps to do.
Oh yeah, I'll check this guy out. We never hear from him again. Oh no, he's typing. Why is he typing? Oh no!
I mean, of course, I'm typing something.
He would be typing no matter what the result was.
Correct. Yes, I am typing. The result of the roll means that this happened.
Right, no, I'm making a joke
Yeah.
for the record. But I don't want Dr. Orth to die. Yet.
He wouldn't kill Doctor from this.
What do you mean by
I mean-
yet?
I mean,
Yeah, what do you mean by yet?
Yeah.
Also,
What
I,
the hell?
also,
alright.
yeah, I threw that in just to see if anyone would catch it.
We all caught it. But alright, yes. Alright, noted. Dr. Orth said that he'll. Right, then I will be on my way ASAP.
All right, sounds good, Doctor. I'll brief the patient of your arrival so he doesn't get caught off aware.
Okay. So
And,
eventually he would come to.
Does he appear to be in his right mind right now?
It's weird because it's his body, but he is able to talk.
Well,
Smart, tying me up.
yes, I figured none of us want you to go around killing people, especially not yourself. So here's
You
the
can
deal.
kind of like see his like lips trembling at that. No,
Here's
no.
the deal, my good man. I contacted the greatest doctor, and he's going to come by to pay you a visit and see if there's anything he can do about your condition. But due to the fact that you were very clearly out of control earlier, we didn't really get a chance to talk until we knocked you out and restrained you. So, would you care to fill us in about the particulars of your condition, such as how it started? And
Here's
things?
what I know, and I'll acknowledge what I know isn't much. Two weeks ago, small village of Lannington. Probably not heard of it.
Not
Farming
quite.
village. We're all fine. Then half of us went. Gods. Half of us went. Half of us started attacking. And then my daughter.
I'm gonna like place my hand on his shoulder.
Don't touch me. It's
Oh,
it spreads.
oh, shit!
It's a lot of it. Not right away, but still. I just want somewhere to be. I don't want to hurt anybody.
You're a good man.
Goodness. More people losing their minds. Well, in this case, not his mind, but his body.
Hmm.
Which is almost worse than losing, because at least when you lose your mind, that's a kind of death.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's best. What is best, actually? I'm not sure.
Well, what's best is Dr. Orth to give his judgment on this. I trust his opinion above all other.
All right. Oh no.
So
He
what
is
do we
going
do
to
with
fall
this now?
unconscious.
I'm gonna
Does
kind of
it-
like put him under like the shade of a tree, so that he's not just like getting beamed on by the sun, and lay out some rations besides him.
That is absolutely fair. All right, with that
Like,
in
within
mind,
reach,
I'm
I could, like,
actually
get him
going
while restrained.
to. Okay, acknowledged.
Did
All right.
Lilith's book seem to react to him at all?
No. Not that
No.
any of you
Why?
really paying attention.
You did say that my seal caused a reaction.
I mean, I assume the seals are visible.
Yes.
That was what I was getting at.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
I
sorry.
thought he had a special reaction.
No,
to the seal.
you said reaction. It's like he, the conscious person with a mind, would
Right.
see that you put the seal on and acknowledge it, but the body.
I imagine
was
that
not.
the seals are like infernal runes that appear on people.
Yeah. All right. With that in mind, do you guys head on over to the winery?
No, we're going to.
I suppose as much,
Yeah.
but not exactly in the mood for wine and dining now.
Okay. So. All right. So. Changing gears. I'm gonna be honest. A lot.
Yeah, this was depressing. You in the
Fam-
happy moment.
Going from family murder to party time.
Party
We're
time.
not there yet.
Where-
What?
Where's that party paladin that we looked at from that one book?
I am
Both have
going.
thrown it back.
Give
No,
you guys a
no,
moment.
there was actually a party paladin that was
There,
good.
the throwing back is also a thing.
Yes, that
Anyways,
that's what
alright,
I'm
so-
referring to.
So this is it could generously be called the village, but it's not. To be very clear.
Oh, Canvas, my favorite map.
I'm going to draw some things to try and illustrate what
I
the town
know.
you're entering. Yeah. All right. So first off, we get at the very center of this field, which is it's a field. You can see people even working even now. There is a. That's not quite what I wanted. Let me give you something like that. There is a large house. It is single story, but it is large. You would understand this to be both the main base of the winery as well as the St. Clair Manor, the St. Clair Estate, or the St. Clair Villa. Kind of like this, with windows.
It's like
So-
focus center.
Not what.
But I
Fair
don't know
enough.
what
Yes, and then you see, of course, grape bushes and various other fruits, but mostly grapes, being harvested basically all around.
Hmm.
Just assume that grapes are growing on here. You would see workers, you would see various parts of the process, but then around the edges, decently far away from the house itself, you can see a few stray buildings. And I do mean a few. In total, the amount of buildings you see outside of this manor would probably be... I have it written down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 buildings. So yeah, people live here, and there are services outside of the winery, but not much.
That was literally what I was. That was literally what I was about to ask. Because I was like, wait, there's 4 buildings. Do people not live here? Do they have to commute a day to go to work?
I mean, if you want to ask the people how that works, you can. But yeah. One of the 4 buildings is large and seems to be, generally speaking, where people live. If you had to just make a guess. Yeah, calling it a town is generous. Even a village.
It would be
It is-
would it be more similar to a plaza?
What makes something a plaza?
It would be
good
a
question.
collection of buildings.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
not so much a town, but a strip.
Yeah. Yeah. It is more by necessity, people
people work here, and people working here means that they live here, and that means they need certain things. Is the general vibe you can get just by looking at it. Although I will note, for some unexplained reason, this what should normally be maybe 5 travelers at most. The place is pretty crowded right now.
I mean,
Well,
makes sense. There's a party going on.
Yeah.
Correct. That
Is there
some,
like a that they're all staying?
make a perception check.
Alright. Oh, I don't have actually proficiency in this. I thought I did. Oof.
I can
It
I can make a perception.
yes, you'll be the second check.
You can read out what Kiri gets first.
Why would I do that? No, you roll.
Yeah, I got nothing. I got a
Okay,
7.
fair enough.
Better. So yes, Landrose, if you were looking on your own, you suspect it might have taken you hours to find the place. Mainly because there are 2 buildings that people seem to be wandering to. And you come to the conclusion together, you and Kai, one of those buildings is probably somewhere where people get, drinks and stuff, maybe even some of the wine to taste themselves. And the other one is probably where people are staying the night. And you're able to figure out where it is. Again, it is a bit crowded. You suspect even more crowded than it's supposed to be, and you're kind of worried you won't get a room. And you see this older human, probably in about her 50s. Darlings. I see you've come to the Bright Inn.
Going today, man.
Well. Her husband, being his usual lazy self, but otherwise. Exhausted, but can't complain.
Well, it seems that business is booming today. On that note, out of curiosity, would you have happened to have a few openings for rooms? We would be staying the night.
I'm afraid not, but could I have your names, and if something opens up, I can put you front of the line?
Lanros and
Rose, that name. Right. You 5 are in luck.
oh,
Yes, rooms have been reserved for you.
ah,
I'm guessing from the
Good.
person that had invaded us.
the
Would make
contract
sense.
didn't mention that, but who am I to look a gift horse mouth?
Linda, always so distracted. Apologies. Anyways, if you need anything, just call me. I'm Dorothy Bright. That's
Pleasure
why
to
it's
meet
called
you,
the Bright
It's
Inn.
a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, I don't serve food here, so if you want food, you're going to have to go to the Sinclair Tavern.
Well,
Sounds fun.
we'll be sure to check it out. Is this just an inn, or is it also like a tavern where they got like
This is
food?
just an inn. There's
Okay.
no food here.
Okay. Well, judging, what time is it, by the way, Plebes? Is it like after?
I would say, considering the time you spent, I would say we're about like 2 p.m.
Okay.
Okay.
What time does the party start?
Well,
tomorrow. At
Tomorrow.
That was a good day.
I
Well-
actually have it written down the exact time that people can get there pretty early, but I have the exact time that stuff starts happening at the party. That you should probably be there, but I have that written down. So give me a second to check my notes. The party
Well-
it's about yes, 12 p.m. is when things start happening.
Okay.
well, fellas, considering the fact that we got here a day early, we're not going to be able to enjoy the winery on the job, essentially. What do you guys say we
check the place out and taste some wine together.
Yes.
Oh,
You'll be told, yes, if you would like a quick wine tasting, the tavern should be able to provide.
some wine wouldn't be
Okay.
bad.
I will try it. No guarantee I'll continue to drink it.
All right. So, you guys go to the tavern. It is loud. The first thing you notice, all of the staff there are the oldest, about like 18 in human years. And they are overwhelmed.
Ooh.
That is besides a human woman that looks to be about like her maybe 30s sitting at the bar.
Is this place like fucking packed right now?
Yes, it is.
I mean, that would make sense.
Is there like open seats anywhere, or is it just like?
You see that there happen to be seats saying reserved.
No way, they're served for us, right?
Does it say reserved for anyone, or just says reserved?
It says reserved by the owner.
I see. Okay.
So we can only ask the owner.
So, does the bar look crowded?
Fairly crowded, but you do know that the woman at the bar seems to have taken note of you.
I'll walk up to the bar then.
She's going to be like, and there they are, the gentlemen and gentlewoman who saved me.
Huh?
Does this person look familiar to us?
No. She's going to kind of like give you a sly wink.
Yes, of course.
It was just one of my normal hikes. I thought, I'll just see a bit of the countryside, and, well, it's convenient that these mercenaries were traveling around that area. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to take a break so I can talk to them. And she's going to motion towards a door. Kind of like back to behind.
Oh,
Oh,
like into the back room or out of the door?
Back room.
Okay.
oh no, guys are entering in the back rooms. I wonder if I'll make it out.
Stop it.
Stop it. Stop it. Right, so, well, I assume that, considering your state of, armament, you're the one they sent?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Either that, or I made up a bunch of bullshit for no reason, and I severely embarrassed myself.
Don't worry, you didn't severely embarrass yourself. We are, in fact, the people that you hired.
Good. See, I am telling them that we made acquaintances about a week ago when you happened to save my life. I believe a reasonably believable story, yes?
It sounds believable.
Believable enough.
Anyways, I'm Linda Sinclair.
Lanros.
Lilith.
Kai.
So got my hand to handshaker.
Yep, she'll shake it.
I would also give her a handshake.
She doesn't shake your hand, but she kind of gives you acknowledgement.
I knew it, please. This bitch is racist.
Loska roll her. Loska look away for a moment and roll her eyes.
Well, besides introductions, you called us in for
Just
problem?
well, no real problem. Just I can't help but worry about my father. He's getting on in age, and well,
I don't want anyone taking advantage of him.
That's
Your
fair
request
enough.
was rather vague, to be honest.
Oh, that's because they're.
These people, do you know what language they were speaking?
If I had to guess, I'd say probably infernal.
I like
Ooh.
look over for a moment. Oh, well, I tend to know that language.
I'd imagine you would.
That is a safe assumption, yes.
Oh, this is going to hell already.
Well, I'll keep my ears out for infernal chatter.
So are these people that your father has been getting close with, are they tieflings?
They would be, yes.
Hmm.
Have they done anything other than just be tiefling in front of you?
I don't quite get what you're getting at. It's not. Look, they are in our house, and they're speaking a language that none of us can understand. It just. I know that they're supposed to be preparing to help cater and run the party, but it just makes me paranoid.
Well, I do have an idea. Since they're speaking in a language they assume nobody else understands around them, I also actually do. I think I do speak.
Don't I think you get either infernal or abyssal as like a default language, don't you? With your class.
I do speak in. Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say I knew it was one of the two, either abyssal or infernal. that you
It's
got.
either or. I chose infernal because I'm
Oh, it's
demon or I'm devil related.
It's either or.
Yeah, that
Okay.
makes sense.
Yep, that makes sense.
And well, they would expect another tiefling to be able to understand infernal. I also understand infernal, so I could attempt to eavesdrop on their conversations, and since they would assume that I don't speak their language, they would probably talk openly in front of me. And if they have anything nefarious planned, they would say it in front of me. And if they don't, well, suppose I'll rest your word.
That I would appreciate that. Yes, that I'd appreciate that. Yes.
Please, can I insight this bitch? I think she's just racist.
Make an insight check.
I think she's just racist, man. Landrose thinks she's just racist.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna give you anything, but make whatever assumptions you want to make.
Landrose, everything he's heard from her so far, and the fact that she refused to shake Lilith's hand, makes Landrose think she's just racist against tieflings.
It does seem like it.
Which, by the way, if that would be the case, fuck this person. We have amazing tales. Please should know.
You're not wrong, but anyways.
Anyway.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Sorry. Yeah. So she's like, "Well, are you hoping to do that during the party, or would you like to meet them now?"
Well,
Be harder to meet them now, I'm afraid.
I was gonna let them to a party. You see, because we're gonna be working tomorrow, we're not gonna be able to enjoy ourselves as much as
Of
we
course.
can today. We would
Of
like
course.
to partake in some wine.
Of
is why we
course.
came.
Of course. Of course. Of course. On the house, I'll get around for each of you.
Oh,
Oh,
you.
thank you.
I am going to take this moment to quickly take a wash and break myself, but also say, vibe check. What do you guys think of this session so far, especially that interaction?
I
I'm
think
still
that
laughing at it.
30-year-old white
I-
woman race.
I
Why is Sky in initiative?
Why are you? You shouldn't be.
Why is
Oh,
Sky in initiative?
I don't. No, he's not. There
Why
you
am
go.
I initiative?
I don't know. There, he's not anymore. We're
I-
good.
I'll be
Throw
hon-
hands.
I'll be honest.
He
man.
just like he just like walks in and everyone's just like, there he is.
All right.
Yeah,
With that in mind, I'm going to the washroom. I'll be back in a little bit, and then we'll go on to the next scene.
I
I will too.
Oh,
yeah, no, that was just giving vibes of which also
To some,
to play yeah, honestly, okay, ironic enough, to play devil's advocate, I know I said that word wrong, but I don't give a shit.
Advocate.
I'm not horribly wrong.
Really
first of
fucked
all.
that up.
Anyway, to play that off, they are in her house. Like, tieflings tend to know common for the most part. I know not technically everyone needs to know common, but it's like, you know what I mean? Not to this extreme, though.
I don't know, man.
Not to this
I think
extreme.
Like everything that she's saying, because like obvious, this is D&D. We
Right.
know she's not just a racist, and there is something going on here. But from Lanrose's assumption, this just sounds
Right,
like
no,
a
it's-
rich white girl being like, "There's Mexicans hanging around my dad. I don't like it. Can you watch them?"
That is
Yeah.
no, seriously, that's absolutely fair. That is absolutely fair.
honestly, I just stayed quiet the whole time because I figured you do all the talking. And holy shit, I was glad I stayed silent.
Did you
Oh.
catch the subtle jab at her for that Landrose did, where he was like alluding to her being racist? Where he was like,
Yes,
"So did they do anything
abso-
besides just being tieflings in front of you?"
Uh-huh.
absolutely.
Little does she know, I'm not actually a tiefling.
Dude, if she knew what you were, I,
I
think
know,
she
I
would be
know.
even more racist towards you.
Honestly, fair. That would absolutely be fair. But yeah, no, it's this is an interaction. That's the best way to put it.
Yeah. Oh man. I'm scared for how the rest of this is gonna go.
I mean,
I've got some bad feelings.
all I know is I ate all my rock candy. Both literal rock candy and the crystal rock candy on a stick.
Was it good?
You guys have bad
Yeah.
vibes about this? I have good vibes.
Wait, what did you say?
You guys got bad vibes about this? I have good vibes. I think we're just gonna chill. I think this is a time to fake out. And when we go there, this bitch is just gonna be racist. I think that would be a fire rug pull from Pleeps, is that she is just racist, doesn't like tieflings and think they're plotting something. And then when we go there, it's just like,
honestly,
when we go there, the tieflings are just talking in Infernal about how this nice old man is their benefactor who picked them up off the street, and they just really want to make his party special.
honestly, that would be a good twist, and have it to where it's like this wasn't the actual mission. That like if it was just that, this would technically give us like a level up, even though it's a part of the leveling up process, I guess. But anything there'd be stuff coming back. That's like, oh, this is
I am
important
back,
stuff.
by the way.
Oh, hey,
Oh, we're theorizing about what
Yeah.
this plot beat is going to be
it's
about.
just a theory.
My theory, current theory, is that the quest giver is just racist. These tieflings are just indebted to the house, her father, and they want to make sure his party is amazing. But she just doesn't trust them because they speak Infernal. And she called us here, and there's just not going to be a problem with the venue. And then the mission's going to end
Well, I
after we have a
think-
lovely party. Did
We will-
I hit the nail on the head there, Pleeps?
You know I can't confirm or deny.
I can't decide whether you are wrong or right.
Fuck you.
Uh,
Fuck you, Ross. Now I want to listen to that.
Dill, you back?
Yeah. I'm here.
All right, if everyone is back, so
Did I do a
you
good
guys
job
are
here?
brought to the. You guys are brought to the. I should double check. Is everyone back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
awesome. All right, you guys are brought to the to the tavern, to those reserved seats, which yeah, they're reserved for you guys. And the wine is brought out. I shall say we don't have quite a menu, but we're working on it. Is there anything simple you'd like to eat?
Well, what do you guys
Hmm.
have?
Well, what would be simple? Out of curiosity.
At the moment, our menu consists of beef sandwiches. Beef sandwiches hold the beef. Beef sandwiches hold the lettuce.
You know what? I think I'll take a beef sandwich.
Okay. We're
think so.
working on it, but first off, we're very busy. Second off, we don't usually get this many people.
Of course, of
Kind
course.
of
I think I'll just take
Half
it.
of the girls running here, like they've never seen this many people here.
They haven't. They haven't. If you're
Uh,
curious, usually the children of winery workers tends to staff this place.
ah. I would also like to go for a beef sandwich.
Of course.
Me as well.
Not a problem. Right away.
Thank you.
I would
Take
love
a whole
to.
lettuce.
Hold.
Oh.
Where's your face? I
Oh.
assumed you'd take that headgear off by now, but you haven't.
Oh.
He has a complex showing his face. It's a whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah, really ugly.
Fair.
But don't worry.
Oh, by the way, I
don't-
love having NPCs react to Maris because plasmoid oozes are new to this setting.
I love swapping between trying to hide it for no reason and just being blatant about what he is.
Oh, holy fuck.
All right. So as you guys are waiting, you see an old graying-haired human enters the tavern. He is on he uses kind of a cane / walking stick. Has quite a bit of a limp to him. Have you seen Linda? Oh, by the way, as he approaches, there is reverence and silence. I will note, Lanrose,
Where did
you would
Linda
know
go?
she's kind of in the back, visible, but you get the sense that this guy's eyesight might be less than
Yeah.
perfect. I'm right here, Dad. Ah, good. I wanted to talk to you about my speech tomorrow. Well, you're here. Might I introduce you to some those friends I was talking about, the ones who helped me out recently. This is he's like he's quite some gentlemen there.
Thank
And
you.
he is going to go and give each of you guys like the strong handshake. You know the one,
the
Oh,
the
yeah.
job interview handshake.
the strong and firm
Yeah.
handshake. No, handshake.
And unlike Linda, by the way,
Shake.
he is absolutely willing to handshake anybody.
I see.
I reach out for
So
a
the
handshake.
father isn't racist.
So, you're the adventuring type, eh?
Indeed, we are.
Something of the sort.
Starting this place up was an adventure in itself, you know.
I can
started-
imagine. You got like a borderline whole village here.
Well, I can't take all the credit. There's the Bright family and many others.
Said the Bright family? Where did I
Yeah.
hear that name?
The innkeeper introduced herself as Dorothy Bright.
Ah, right. The innkeeper. I
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
think
of course,
that.
and my butler, of course.
I don't believe I've been acquainted with him yet.
Well,
You wouldn't. He tends to manage things at the manor. You'll almost certainly meet him tomorrow. I assume you're coming, right?
Of course.
Oh, they're
course,
making
sir.
a really nice cake. The catering company I hired, they're amazing.
I
Oh,
believe we are all.
kind of cake is
invited
it?
tomorrow.
Oh, they said it's going to be a surprise, but it's going to really make the flavor of the winery.
Hmm.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
I can imagine,
I
sir.
take
Good to hear.
when he says that.
To
I'm
be
like-
honest,
Oh.
this is just the break I've been looking for.
Agreed.
I'm so
Nice.
glad that your daughter invited us here.
Oh, of course, the mercenary life must be tough. Ugh.
I take a.
You would
glance-
not believe the amount of times I've almost died in the past month.
I assume you know that there won't be any weapons inside the manor. Don't want to make anyone uncomfortable.
No, of course.
of
well,
course.
Obvious.
Ah,
I'm not much for carrying weapons on myself in the first place.
I can respect that. But to be fair, I'm not much for carrying much these days. Anyways, it's Linda's gonna approach with your guys' wine. How? You guys are sampling some of the stuff in advance.
Well,
Good for you.
of course. Want to see what we're getting ourselves into, you know what I mean?
Oh, I'm pretty proud of this batch, if I do say so myself.
Plus, some of us haven't actually ever gotten to taste this particular wine.
Oh, I mean, I know. From what I understand, your guild, it's from people a bit further away, yes?
Indeed, it is.
Indeed.
Right, so
About
naturally.
a 3-day travel here.
Right. Anyways, have a lovely night, and do enjoy the party. He's gonna
We'll see you
again
there.
limp. I want to clear his walking is kind of limping.
I mean, yeah. You said he was what, 60 years old?
Yeah.
Oh no, he's turning 60 with the
Oh,
part.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Tomorrow is his 60th birthday.
Right.
I gotta be so honest, dude. Having a 60-year-old be an old, decrepit man is crazy because I work with a 60-year-old and
I mean-
he's more physically fit than I am.
Well, I was gonna say,
That
it
is-
depends on the person. It depends on the person,
Yeah.
honestly.
To be
It
clear,
does.
that is
Also,
a
this is like
yeah.
medieval time.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's not like good health care. This guy probably has like back issues that just never went addressed.
Oh, he absolutely
Oh,
has like a hunch. Yeah.
Probably. Also, during that conversation, when he would have
Mhm.
mentioned that the cake would have like the taste of the wine or something like that, I would have taken like a glance over at Kai, like one that's like at some point, I would like to talk to him, but like it doesn't
Yeah.
have to be this instant.
Yeah, that's kind of funny actually, because I was gonna mention he was gonna look towards you.
Oh, hey, that's
Sounds like are you guys gonna have your conversation now?
no, not right now.
Not
with,
now.
with
Fair
With-
enough.
with-
Okay.
everyone around.
Gotcha. So when you have a moment of privacy.
Yeah. So
Alright.
as we're given our things of wine, I give my wine a little bit of an inspection before trying. it,
Okay.
Just in
Make
case.
Make an investigation, medicine, or nature check. Either or.
Investigation.
Can I do the
nature,
same?
Or medicine?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
I'll go for what's my nature? Where's nature at? Investigation.
You're going investigation. I'll go medicine.
That's a 25.
That makes sense. All right. Yes. So, you both look into it. It's not been tampered with. If that was your worry.
It was
it
specifically
is-
how she was reacting, but yeah.
Yeah. No. I again. I get you. But no. It is very, very well made wine. As you know, off of table, Pleeps knows nothing about wine.
I-
Leaves knows
I-
nothing about alcohol.
I tried.
Correct.
I tried wine once.
I also know nothing about wine.
I know nothing about wine.
Nothing about wine either.
Okay.
Alright, then we
sounds
need-
like
we
as a table, we know nothing about
Alright,
wine.
we need to stop
So-
whining about it. Anyway.
Ross,
can't
come
wait.
on.
The funny thing is that I imagine Landros knows a lot about wine. So I have to, so I'm gonna act like a like a wine connoisseur.
A
Yeah.
snobby wine
So,
connoisseur.
instead of making myself sound like a fool on a subject I know absolutely nothing about, I will state the wine tastes and looks, feels like very high quality stuff.
Ah,
This is not bad. Glug 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 glug. Or
Of
not
course,
glug,
that's all
not
I
glug,
could
but
say as well,
sip-
considering
Yeah.
this is my first time ever having.
you do
one.
not glug wine. That's
You do not.
I don't know a lot
Listen.
about wine, but I know you don't.
Yeah,
glug
even I
it.
know
Like,
that.
why did
Yeah,
why did
you
you
said
think
that.
why do you think I
I wasn't-
said I corrected myself and said sip 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 sip?
Correct. Anyways, yeah,
I wasn't
I will
supposed to chug
say,
it.
ironically, I could have avoided all this if I just didn't
Chug
make.
the wine.
You know, I could have avoided this if I just said this wasn't a vineyard. It'd be like, no, it's not a winery. It's somewhere else. But no, I said it's a winery, so it's a winery. It's a vineyard.
I think it makes for a good setting.
It
It
does,
does.
it
It,
does.
It's like a
absolutely
fun
does.
party activity.
Yeah, no, it absolutely is. All right. So, yeah, the wine is high quality. The food is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I've had worse.
you're not going to a winery for the food, that's for sure.
yeah.
Like
No lettuce,
most
add
wineries,
lettuce.
the only thing they'll serve is like crack.
Yeah. If you ask around, you will kind of hear a lot of chatter. In fact, let's see. I'm gonna see if you hear any of the chatter that I have written down. One of the things you will hear though is Linda. Nice. Linda has been trying to convert this tavern from just a side piece of the winery to being its own actual business.
I see.
It is a
Okay.
process she's only started recently, hence why the menu is so limited. But it's also why they're trying to slowly add more food to the menu. You also hear, because I just rolled that you heard it, a bunch of rumors.
Mm.
So, how did Robert get the... By the way, you would also understand that the guy's name is Robert.
Hmm.
How did Robert get the winery to be so good? Well, I believe it's because of a magical artifact. It's not the magic artifact. Everyone knows he made a deal with the Fae. It's not the Fae. He's an 1,000-year-old wizard. They're just saying it's his 60th birthday.
What the fuck are these guys talking about?
It's just chatter you hear, yeah.
Must be all of the
Fair
above.
It is
No
just-
way that these people are just like, how does this guy's wine taste so good? He made a deal with a Fae, obviously.
I mean, it's a known about concept.
That's a little.
Yeah, but who would make a deal with a Fae and be like, I'll give you my name if you make it so that I have super tasty wine?
Again, this is chatter and rumors. I will say, in reality, everything they're saying, if you listen and think hard enough, you can find holes.
Mm.
Hey, Plebes, quick question.
Quick answer.
Would there happen to be a restroom in this area?
Yes, there would be.
Okay. Hey guys, do you guys mind if we stay in here for a little while?
Huh?
I will be right back, and I would go over to the restroom area.
Okay.
And I am going to without trying.
I'm gonna roll.
Oh.
I'm gonna roll. Let's go d6. Give me low or high.
Let's go high.
Understood. There is an individual in the restroom when you get there.
Okay.
It is a larger restroom, but I'm not sure if you want complete privacy for the thing.
What I was trying to do is I was trying to get by myself and ritual cast detect magic, just so I don't cast it in front of everyone, and just
Okay.
see if I sense anything.
All right, so you'll be in the restroom for like 10 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
Would they? No, nothing quite. Aside from so when you walk out of the washroom with
So-
detect magic up,
Yeah. Okay.
nothing quite triggers your senses aside from, anything that would normally trigger your senses from your group.
Okay. I'm gonna like keep it up. It lasts for 10 minutes just in case something does,
Yeah.
like either come into range or we walk past something that catches my eye.
Lanros.
Yeah?
While Lilith is gone, you feel a tap on your back.
I look at who tapped me on the back.
There is nobody there, but there is a card with some writing in common on it.
What does it say?
You are cordially invited. You are the lucky one. You win a free fortune reading from me, the Magnificent Fortuno, at the party tomorrow.
Do I recall somebody that goes by the name of Fortuno?
Make a history check.
The great and amazing Fortuno.
Fortuno.
No.
I'm getting a lot of 7. I thought 17 was a good one. Okay.
It was a good one. He just straight up told you no.
Maybe it's the case of you've never heard of him because it doesn't actually exist.
Does it tell me where to go for said?
It says fate will make sure you find me.
So, please remember when we said I have that thing where I can locate a thing.
So specific.
Are you going to use it?
Yeah.
You can't quite sense much, but that card really eeks at your neck.
Oh. Hmm. Okay. He's gonna shove that card in his pocket really quick and get back to sipping that wine.
Yep. All right. It'll be sometime after that you come back, Lilith.
Yep. Okay.
And the card does not actually have any magical properties to it. How the card got there might, but the card itself does not.
Okay.
Just so that no one's calling bullshit on me.
Right. Yeah. I know.
All right.
The wine does taste pretty good.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do?
What time would it be now?
At this point, I mean, however late you want to spend here, really.
Fair enough.
No hard set time.
You said we got here at what, like 2 o'clock?
2.
Roughly.
I would say it took you about an hour to get in front of the line of the hotel. But you got service pretty quickly here.
Jake?
Yeah, 6 is reasonable. 6 is reasonable.
Yeah, probably just like till like 6 o'clock, and then we'd have had everything we wanted by then.
All right. In that
While
case,
we're like leaving, I'm gonna be looking out for someone that looks like a fortune teller.
make a perception check.
Oh fuck!
Good luck, Gary.
You said the words, not me.
I know.
Okay.
14.
Not bad though.
Not bad.
For a second, you think you see someone that fits the description, but no, that's just a gentleman with a really nice hat. It is a really nice hat, though.
Suddenly, all the characters. Hey, that's a pretty cool hat there.
Nice hat.
A little bit too much wine back there.
He starts talking. Tip top in the morning to you.
It's not
Stop.
quite. Anyways,
Oh,
all right.
what do you guys think we should do with the rest of our day?
Before we really do anything, Lilith,
Yes.
I assume you also want to talk to in private.
Yes. Uh, so we're just standing outside of this thing right now.
Yeah.
Is with the place being,
It's
with the area being so busy, does it look like there's a spot where like maybe
You have
where-
rooms reserved for you guys at the hotel
Okay.
at the inn,
Do you guys mind if we stop at the
like actual private rooms.
Okay. Do you guys mind if we go back to the hotel for a moment?
Yeah, why not?
Somewhere a little bit more private.
All right. All right. Yes. Nothing is going to stop you guys from getting there. I will let you guys know that right now.
Oh, random encounter time.
Nope.
Random encounter.
The guy that
Random-
we tied up appears.
Goblin.
You figured out what I rolled for. No.
A goblin and a barrel shows up.
A goblin in a really nice top hat.
No, it's a mind goblin.
All right.
Stop.
So,
Anyway.
you guys can go to your room.
Yep.
What would you like to speak about?
All right. So, I'm assuming we looked at each other at the exact same time at the part when he said
Yeah.
the cake is gonna have like the taste of wine, or what was the exact wording you said?
The taste of the winery, like the taste of the wine.
Taste
Yeah.
of the winery. Okay.
Yeah.
So you looking at me when I looked at you, I'm assuming you also had some weird vibes about his statement, huh?
The
About
taste of the
about-
winery.
exactly.
Yeah.
How much you want?
I
How much you want to bet that if something does happen, it's going to involve poisoning the cake?
more than likely. The question is, when are they going to make that cake?
Hmm.
And how do we stop that from happening?
Hmm.
The hmm,
That is a good question.
the one thing I can say for sure is that I can definitely detect it if it
That-
ever
that-
comes to that.
That's what I was thinking. Also, I forget. I know ritual casting it's 10 minutes. What is the regular casting if we have to use a spell slot for it?
For what? Detect poison?
Yeah, detect poison and disease.
Well, let me take a look.
I'm
It'll say on the spell.
assuming an action, but I just
30-foot sphere. So
It's an action. It's an action. It's an action. It's an
It is
action.
an
up to
Okay.
10 minutes.
okay. Because stuff like identify, you can use a spell slot, but it'll still take like a
Correct,
minute.
yes.
That's why. I was
Yeah,
checking.
yeah. Fair ask, but no, this is just an action. It's quickly.
Hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I wonder if that cake is gonna end up being poisoned or something.
Hmm. Did she ever Did they ever mention when they were going to make the cake itself, or like when it was being made?
Part of the party, you don't know when you don't know how long they're taking to make the cake or how much getting prepped in advance, how much getting prepped the day of.
I mean, when they make
He said it would be ready by a certain time tomorrow.
I mean, it
Hmm.
doesn't matter when the cake is made. All that matters is that you're nearby it when they bring it out to detect if it's poisoned or not.
Hmm.
Unless you think,
I am
Could he-
thinking of something,
uh,
but admittedly, it's a little bit risky.
oh please give your thoughts.
Let me just make sure I actually.
As a reminder, the party is tomorrow, so if for whatever reason you're a prepared caster who wants to cast specific spells,
Right.
Do I have any spells I could?
Okay, just a quick clarification on Cover of Night.
on what?
Cover of Night. When in dim light or darkness, I can just use a bonus action to hide, right?
Cover Night is a feature of yours?
Oh, yeah, it is. It's,
Okay. Yeah,
yeah.
bring it. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, let me take a look at this. When you are in.
Here, I can
Yes,
bring it up
yes,
right now.
yes. I see it. I see it. What you wanted a clarification on that? What do you need clarified?
As in, like, if there's like any sort of like dim shadow or anything, or
Correct,
if it's
yes.
like complete darkness, I can just
Yes,
hide.
yes, you can. Yes, that is correct.
would it look like I just enter into darkness and just gone?
Kind of, to a degree, yes. But important thing to note is if someone is watching you and sees you do it, they'll know generally that you that way.
Right.
Fun fact, I did not know this. Apparently, artificers get purified food and drink. They don't get detect poison or disease. Interesting.
Noted.
I did not know that.
Anyways, with that all said and done, is there anything else you guys would like to do before the day of the party?
Well, you mentioned something.
Yeah,
about
I haven't
being
explained the plan yet.
Good point.
My,
All right,
idea.
explain what you want to say.
See, my idea is possibly sneaking in at the dead of night.
Ooh.
And doing what exactly?
Nothing too much exactly. I just want to make sure that the cake that he speaks of isn't poisoned. If it's not poisoned by then, I will simply just leave.
Okay.
I mean,
And
cakes
if anyone
are-
has a chance of sneaking in, believe me, the person who can basically link in his own shadow and is practically a man of the night,
Sure.
kind of the perfect person for the job, isn't it?
I mean, maybe though. This is a fairly fairly popular building. I'm not sure how many shadows there are going to be. I assume when we were walking around, at least in the tavern part,
Mhm.
that there were like a good number of torches to keep the place nice and lit.
Yeah, of course, yes.
So I'm not quite
Oh,
sure.
I got.
Oh,
Well, that would be the case. But I've been kind of saving something of mine just in case for that. So tell me,
what's up?
how dark do you think I can make this entire area?
The room that we're in?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, can your shadow engulf the whole room or something?
I can simply use a spell.
But for the record, that's how I imagine the flavor of darkness being, is like your shadow consumes
That honestly, that makes total sense.
Yeah,
that, and
that's
it's
kind of what
fucking
he's implying.
that, and
anyways.
it's
Yeah.
fucking sick as hell.
Okay. So, are you going to do that right away? And is there anything anyone else would like to do before a long rest / that infiltration mission?
Well, I will say, it is a good idea at the very least. Though, I don't know how smart it is to just send you by yourself.
I am willing to take anyone with me.
Well, I'm not very stealthy of a person, but
Oh,
maybe Clary would like
I
to join
think-
you.
I was exactly thinking that.
Clary?
We're not in the room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys are having a private conversation.
Oh, I thought the way you described it, I thought it was like, one single room. Okay, my bad.
Nope.
No.
No.
Even if it
we have
was,
our
you
own
made
rooms.
it. You guys made it very clear that you guys wanted a private conversation. So
Absolutely.
even if it was, everyone else would have been like somewhere else.
My bad.
She
my
probably would have been listening from outside the door.
What son of a
Honestly?
bitch.
You know what? If you honestly think so,
Creepy.
you know what? Let's go with that.
Also,
Clary, you were listening outside the door, and you as you hear your name mentioned, you enter in.
bad.
Yep.
What did I
Uh,
miss?
So,
She can
real
go
quick,
through walls and doors, please.
She can what?
She can go through walls and doors, I'm pretty sure.
I don't think you can do that yet.
What?
Let me
not
look.
yet.
Hang on.
What?
No, I don't even think that's the thing you get to do. No, you're not
What?
a ghost.
Am I stupid?
What feat
Yeah,
are you
you're-
talking
I don't know.
about?
You're not a ghost.
No,
No,
I
you
know. but I'm pretty sure it's something Reborn skit, but let me
Oh,
double check.
No.
It's not. It's
No.
not. I'm telling you,
that
it's
was
not.
Ghost Slayer, Eve. You played
Yeah.
as a Ghost Slayer.
Correct.
That
Yes.
explains
You.
it.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
specifically
The
Ghost
subclass
Slayer.
you were playing as at the time, last time you played Reborn, had the power to walk through walls.
Danny Phantom,
That's
Danny
not a
Phantom.
power you. Yes. Anyways. But
I
no.
do want to
but-
mention, by the way,
Yep.
before any of this, he actually did a smart thing and took his scale mail off.
That I was gonna bring up
Good
that.
call. Good call. That lowers your AC by quite a bit.
But I do have no more disadvantage
In
on
the
stuff.
fight.
Correct. Yep.
Yep.
Which is
that
what-
does. Yeah,
So
no, that
anyways.
is entirely reasonable. That honestly, good call. Good
yeah,
call. Good call.
Good call.
So, anyways, Clary.
Hi, I heard my name.
How
Uh,
convenient. Were you listening the entire time?
Yes, she was.
Maybe.
So that. Well, what do you think of the plan?
Well,
It sounds like a good plan to me. As long as it's executed properly, of course.
Right.
as long as we get it done, we'll get it done. And
Ah.
in case we run into any trouble, I have backup with me. Pointing, like, directing towards Clary.
All right.
I will say though, since half of us already know about this plan, do you two want to execute it, and I'll just tell Landros and
Maris.
Maris.
Yes.
Try to remember how to pronounce the name.
Yeah, we can
Should I-
do that.
Should I Alrighty then. I will inform them later on whenever you guys go out.
All right. So, Landrose and Maris, what are you guys doing right now?
Maris, you got anything that you particularly are doing right now?
No, I can't think of much.
What about a boys' night? Let's pick up some chicks at the bar
Oh,
together. You know what I
God.
mean?
Oh, also if the plan goes alright, contact me on the Sunning Stone.
We'll do our best.
What do you think about that, Maris? You want to have a boys' night?
I guess we could try.
Oh no! Places rolling dice.
Boys'
if
night, drunk on
Okay, why
wine.
not?
I'm not rolling a dice for that.
Roll a dice to see how
Alright.
many chicks they pick up at the bar.
Oh, I feel like Maris could lift up probably 5.
I think he could probably carry a few chicks, honestly.
Oh, strength roll.
Yeah, get it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyways, well, you guys are doing that. Eventually, Lilith will find you guys and tell you guys what's going on. We are going to cut away. So, are you casting like darkness on yourself and like immediately trying to get to the manor?
Well, first, we're gonna see what the outside of the manor looks like and find the best trajectory.
Conveniently, that's what I drew.
Oh, cool.
So
I am gonna
yes.
step away for
I
a
will
moment while
add
it's
it-
just them
yeah.
two.
What'd you say?
I said I'm gonna step away since it's
Oh,
just them two
perfectly,
for right now.
perfectly fine. Yep. All right. So, since you do care about it, I will call attention. Oh dang, that's not how I wanted to draw that at all. On the wall, there are some like wall sconces. Interestingly enough, because it's a large field and laying it all up would be kind of ridiculous. Most of it is kept dark, but every once in a while, there seems to be someone on like a night guard who watches the manor, probably to make sure no one's like taking the grapes or anything.
Hmm.
Are you casting darkness now, or
Is there any place on the walls or anything, like an open window or anything of the sort?
make a perception check?
Good thing I'm good with perception.
Or are
There's
you?
Perception. There's
Bottom of
perception.
skills.
Okay.
Okay,
Looking
perception.
looking at the wall. Yeah, there are a couple windows that, well, not opened. If someone had tools designed to do that, might be fairly easily opened.
Are they reasonably within like human size and without flying reach?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
I would say they'd be about here.
He's gonna look at Clary and kind of whisper,
But
"Do you think you'll be able to lockpick those?"
I can try.
so you guys are just gonna approach the window?
Of course, also using my cover of night feature.
Mhm.
I mean, that just helps you. That just helps make you hide. That gives you more opportunities to hide.
Yeah.
Doesn't-
In case anything happens, though, he will be ready to cast darkness.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be generous on that. Anyways, in that case, both of you guys make straight stealth rolls for me, please.
I got you. Whee! Oh no.
Interesting.
Dirty 20.
Sometimes life is funny.
This was a time where guidance would have been really nice, but neither of us
Guidance
have
has-
guidance. Do
I
we?
have guidance.
As I have told you guys in the past, guidance has verbal components.
Whispered though.
That's not how that works.
That's not how that works. If we cast guidance during stealth, that probably wouldn't have been very stealthy.
Correct. Now
Yeah,
give me
probably
a
not.
moment to do the math on your guys' stealth check.
Subtle spell does exist for a reason.
Sure, subtle spell.
None of
does
them are
exist.
sorcerers, though.
That's what I was saying. You can't just whisper and then
Correct.
you can't.
Yes. Okay. I mean, that is. I'll make a little bit of a. Yeah, I'll have. Well, I already said they were this. So yeah, I'll have this, and have them make a perception check. Let's see what they get. Oh. Okay.
I don't like the sound of that O.
All right. So, as you guys are walking up to the window, Clary, you feel a
Mhm.
tap on your back. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Now seems like not the odd time for a tour, I'd say. You see kind of a half-elf gentleman.
What I missed?
Well, I'm just looking around for tomorrow. I've been invited to the party tomorrow.
Ah, well then. Be great to see you tomorrow, but just maybe don't make a deception check. I mean, you're not lying, but also you're kind of lying to make a deception check.
Lying, but not at the same time.
Yeah.
On a half truth.
Yeah. All right. Well, in that case, I'll leave you be, but try and don't spend too much time there. I will let you remake your stealth check as he walks away.
Surely I'll do better this time.
There
That's
we go.
All right. So you guys managed to make it to the window.
That was close.
Girl.
Obviously, that's obviously whispering.
Yep.
But-
Make a thieves' tool dexterity check for me. As I assume you're
Okay.
breaking into the window.
Of course.
And I'm going to double check the languages you guys speak for no particular reason.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay.
Doesn't one of you two have a inspiration or something, or am I correct?
Oh yeah, I do.
Are you going to use it to let her reroll?
Yeah.
All right.
Please.
Reroll.
Appreciate it.
You have advantage.
Oh,
God
Not that you
damn
There
it.
we go.
I don't need it, but I'll roll to see if I get a nat 20.
You
That's not
don't.
a nat 20.
I'm taking the 25. All right, so Kai kind of like taps your back when you're able to kind of make it through, tink, and the window opens.
Trying
With
to be
your-
as quiet as
yeah,
possible.
Of course,
with opening.
of course. So I assume this is, by the way, the direct window to the kitchen.
Mhm.
And you guys hear some chatter that none of you understand. I double
Of
checked.
course, because I speak Common and Elvish.
Yep.
All right.
Not good.
I'm not going to do a full language because that's annoying.
Is it dark in the room?
It's some parts are dark, some parts are fairly lit. It seems like what you can see is that the oven appears to be on.
Hmm.
A bunch of berries seem to be being smushed using some kind of kitchen equipment, and you see like 5 tieflings who seem to be working in the kitchen.
I'm assuming it's the cake in the oven.
You can say.
Let's see. Because I think I have something I can do without having to. Let's see. have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I have a cantrip I can use to perhaps distract the tieflings and have
Is
them
it
leave
the
the room.
cantrip?
It is thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy?
All right.
There's
Make
the
a.
mess up thing.
Are you proficient in Arcana? You are not.
No.
Make a wisdom check for me.
Wisdom.
For reasons that'll make sense in a second, I'm going to say with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Is it
Correct.
saving throw or just regular?
Check, just a check, just a
Yeah,
check.
a check.
Wisdom.
Mm,
Disadvantage,
check,
you said, right?
please.
All right. Also, can I ask what you're doing with thaumaturgy? Because thaumaturgy does a lot.
Let me just go back to the thing just to make sure I get the right one I was gonna use. He was gonna make a sound go from a certain point, like outside the, like towards like the door.
Got you. Yep. Yes. Wisdom check, disadvantage.
Like make it sound like someone was like
Yep.
outside sneaking around.
I got you. There is a reason it's disadvantage, but you can make the check.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Wow.
Not bad. Okay.
Honestly, not bad.
All right. All right. So so you're doing that to distract them. So one of them is they're gonna look away.
Can I like get it up real quick?
What?
I'm
Oh,
just
the
doing
spell.
it.
Spell. Okay. I'm going to say wording, please.
He is going to kind of like from his hiding spot. He's gonna point towards the one
Yep.
of the doors that leads outside the kitchen.
Yep.
And he's going to. I think I said he pointed at it. He points at
Yeah.
it, and he like uses the spell to create a sound like something getting knocked over.
Okay. Yeah. What is your spell save DC?
I believe it was 14.
Spell save DC 14.
Okay. All right. They are going to. You see them kind of like they're going to leave the cake for a second, check on the falling thing.
He is going to quickly, as quick as he can, try and use detect poison and disease.
All right. Since you're casting quickly, can I ask you a question? What are the components to this spell?
You leave.
I'm more asking.
Is it verbal, somatic?
The
What is it?
verbal
verbal.
somatic.
It's verbal,
Verbal,
somatic.
somatic.
and
All
material.
right. In that case, I need you to make another stealth check. This is, this is to see if you can say it quietly enough while they're distracted. They don't notice.
Ooh. Shit. Do you have a coin, Eve?
I don't.
No, and you can't use it, Ross, because you're not there.
Right. No, I mean,
Or
I was-
doesn't
I mean, I-
thaumaturgy also have verbal?
Well, I was gonna s-
It does, but we're getting kind of weird with thaumaturgy because
Yeah.
thaumaturgy is in
the thaumat-
nature. It's
thaumaturgy
making a
is
sound.
Weird. But I was gonna say, Eve is
I
with
don't know.
him. Is there a shot that she could potentially help him be quiet with it?
How?
Good question.
How?
I mean,
If you can answer that question, yes. But I need an answer to that question.
Good
uh,
question.
Like, spellcasting is not really, except for very special circumstances, it's not really a cooperative game here.
Right. I know. I know there's a help action. I'm just trying to think of like logically, how could you help with that?
I think the honest answer, Ross, is unfortunately.
I have a hypothetical thought that probably wouldn't work.
Lay it on me.
Give it.
Like using my hand to kind of cover his mouth to try to muffle it somewhat.
Doing that would stop him from casting the spell.
I thought probably
When
that's
it comes to verbal spells, the sound of them is kind of what's important. It's
Right.
kind of what
see.
the issue is here. Anyways, that being said, don't worry, you're not. Anyways, let's just go back. So, as you guys are sneaking in, and as you're like casting your spell, which you do cast at the very least, and you can say with satisfaction, there are no poison or diseases nearby.
Okay.
But
Can
as
I
you do,
tell if it's the cake in the oven or does it not have like a glass type?
if you look through you can look through. It does seem to be a cake, yes.
Okay.
Let me just make
so-
sure I actually cast it.
Yeah, you do cast a spell. I'm not taking that away from you, but as you do,
Yeah. Ah, fuck.
Hey, guy.
Where is it? Where? Fuck. Shit.
What are you doing?
Where?
What are you
I
trying
don't know.
You put it in the
I
middle of
went
the
to
house.
cast the spell
to? Yeah,
put it in
there.
the middle
It's
of the
gone.
just to make sure I actually use
Gone.
the slot.
It's gone. It's gone. We're good. I wasn't worried. Hey, guy. You're quite a prankster, aren't you? Now, I know it's tempting, but you're gonna have to wait.
Does
You
he
don't
see my
want
face? Because he is covered with a cloak at the moment.
I will note. You would probably know that tieflings tend to have dark vision,
Mm-hmm.
but that does not mean he sees your face very well. So I will say no. You can assume he doesn't.
In my head, Clary kind of ducked into a cupboard when she heard
Yeah.
him coming.
Yeah, I'll allow that. So, hey, guy. I know it's tempting. Are you one of us? Casting thaumaturgy like that. I will now tell you, by the way, why your wisdom check was at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Tieflings get thaumaturgy as a racial ability,
Ah.
so it's a spell that they would recognize, basically.
Wait, do we?
Gotcha.
I forgot.
Not all tieflings, and you're specifically a variant tiefling,
You know what? You're right.
so I don't know if you get it.
I don't
I
get it,
need
but
to
I
make-
just remember. I know Baldur's Gate has. I think
Damn
you
it.
might have picked the tiefling that has it.
Anyways, back to business. They're gonna be like, right, well, no hard feelings, but first off, you gotta wash your hands. I assume you're, by the way, saying nothing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And second off, let us actually, finish the cake.
He's
But,
trying to.
He sees the open and he's gonna kind of usher you back through it. But have a good night, guy.
He's gonna make sure his face isn't seen throughout the entire bit.
Fair enough.
Though he is gonna do something.
All right.
Just
Okay, I assume
outside
you're gonna
the
kind of like stealthily fall outside the window.
Yeah. He's gonna do that, but he's also. Actually, no, that wouldn't work because, fun fact, with darkness, a creature with dark vision can't see through this darkness.
Can't. Correct. Yes.
Yeah. Unless they have devil's sight.
I
true
assume you're
sight,
talking
blind
that you
sight,
wouldn't be
etc.
able to see through it, right?
Uh,
That neither you or Claire would be able to see through it, correct?
Threats from a point.
Does
Choose within range. The darkness. If the point you choose is an object you are holding, or one that isn't being worn or carried, the darkness emanates from the object and moves with it, completely covering.
You
the
can't
source.
see through it.
You
know?
can't see
Yeah,
through it. Yes.
I thought there was something on my.
You might have an ability,
That's what I
but
was gonna
let's
say,
take a
I
look.
think you have an ability though. I
I
might be thinking of the
think I
wrong
have an
subclass.
There are, in fact, like 3 shadow clerics we've looked at.
You'll be surprised. Yeah, weird that if I had a nickel for every time a shadow cleric got added to D&D Beyond, I would have 3 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's strange to have it 3 times.
Actually, you'd have 2. The other shadow cleric I don't think is in D&D Beyond.
Oh, was it?
The third one isn't. The
Oh,
third
was-
one isn't.
Oh, was the
Let's
third
see.
one not on?
I think
D&D
the
Beyond, it was on
third
Valdez?
one I think was from Valdez.
Oh, well, if that is the case, then
Shadow,
statement
Shadow.
still true, except 2 nickels.
Anyway. I might be wrong.
Carry
But-
the cactus.
We're gonna move on. I think if you get that feature, you haven't gotten it yet. Which
Fair
makes
enough.
sense.
Just wanted to check because I wanted to try and help Eve get out of there as soon as possible.
No, but also her stealth roll she currently has is enough to get out.
Yeah.
So, you guys met to the tieflings. You got to have a good look, and at the moment there was no poison.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do, or shall we skip to the next day?
They're just gonna go back, I think.
Yep. All right. So, the next day.
Let me just make sure I long rest.
I
Uh,
also
Longest, everybody.
that because I've been low on
Yep, long rest.
Sure.
Yeah, I was low on spell slots.
Which also I completely forgot that the tech spells have the non-penetration through certain barrier stuff.
That is true. Yep. Did Kiri step away?
No, I'm right here.
Okay, sorry. Just you didn't. I guess you didn't use anything long rest, correct?
Oh, long rest, but I didn't do anything.
Yes, I thought so. Yep. All right. So.
I think I did. I got hit.
Yep. Fair enough. Then get some hit points back.
That one fight. Even.
The one fight you had today.
Yeah.
All right. So the next day, it is about time for the party.
There is something that Kai was going to do
Okay.
before he joins the others at the party.
All right.
Because
Is it
I
going to be a
only-
case of?
Andrew's gonna do.
it's a case of he's changing his appearance a little bit.
Got you.
Because the tiefling saw that he was wearing a black cloak the whole time, never got to see his face.
So you're just gonna not wear that.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes entire sense. I
Yeah,
hear you.
Andrew's is gonna.
He is gonna keep it on him
Yep.
though, because that's kind
Gotcha.
of what
Yep, understood.
kind of his
So-
aesthetic.
would
Yeah.
Kai or Clary?
So
ever-
basically, what you're doing is, if any of the people from the mob that you're running from are there, you're kind of screwed.
Yes,
But if they're not
he's
there,
risking it
He's risking
just
his
in
life
case.
right
He's risking
now.
it for the
yep,
biscuit.
that makes sense.
Would
All
either of you
right,
guys-
what's Landrose doing?
He is looking for his fortune teller friend again.
Like before the party even starts.
Yes.
All right, so like I would say, just outside the manor, you see someone seems to have a little booth set up. Greetings, come to Fortuno's booth. Get your fortune told. Looking at him, he has elvish features, but oddly the ears are both pointed and rounded. Seems to be wearing glasses. And you, sir, would you like your fortune read?
Yes, I would. In fact,
All right.
were
There
you the one that sent me this? And I pulled the.
Oh, you must be a lucky individual. You got the free voucher.
Oh, it's a free voucher.
Yes. All right then. Why don't you? He like lays a bunch of cards out on the table. Why don't you pick one?
Hmm.
Is it tarot cards?
Or they're like face down, right?
Yes.
Pick up the farthest left one.
The devil card. He says before he even like turning the card over. You've had some unfortunate experiences. Some setbacks in your own personal goals, I take it.
Well, I can't disagree with that, but I know how fortune tellers are. They usually say vague, generalist things to try to get, you know.
Ah, yes, I understand the doubt, but Fortuno is very real. Now, pick another card.
I'll pick the furthest right one this time.
Ah, that's odd. The angel cards. The cards suggest that you have untapped potential. That maybe an opportunity is coming your way. One more card would tell us the whole story.
I'll go for the most middle card.
Of course. Ah, the gold card.
Hmm?
It seems a deal is coming your way. One that I'd advise you take. At that moment, time seems to stand still, as you and Fortuno are the only things moving. So, Lanrose, how's our little arrangement been treated?
Well, I can't say exactly well, but I also can't say poorly. I do enjoy our current range, but
But
I've
you'd like a
almost
little more.
died
you too many
Oh.
times to my liking.
That is an issue for you mortals, isn't it? Well, what if I could give you a little more? See, I'm going to be honest. It seems I need a bit more from you than I originally thought.
And what exactly do you need from
Well, that. For now, just some of your essence.
for what?
Have you heard the news? They say the king's abdicating his throne. I intend to be first in line when that happens. But,
My essence helps you do that. How exactly?
because the things I need, well, they don't let devils touch them. By the way, now that you're talking, you realize that the weird humanish, elvenish features he has, he honestly looks like he could be like your distant uncle.
Yeah. So, you need to be more human.
Of the sort, yes. Don't worry, I'm not asking you to compromise your morals or anything. Not right now, anyways.
Not right now is what concerns me, but I have been concerned about my own mortality as of late.
Well then. Are you willing to sign the deal? I can give you a little extra, and all I need is just a little bit more of you.
Well, before I put anything down in writing, I'd like to review the terms and conditions.
Of course. He snaps, and the tarot cards get replaced with a long, winding piece of parchment. Which I will boil down to the gist of it. The holder agrees to lend a portion of their essence for such a time as the signer agrees, or rather, as the signee agrees. In return, the contract holder will receive a stronger connection to the Hells and any benefits that would incur.
Now, Mr. Fortuno, I would like to point out this contract doesn't specify for how long you will be needing my essence for. Can I get a more amount of time?
Make a persuasion check. Well, the issue is, I don't know how long tasks I need to do is going to take, but I really won't need your essence. It's not like your soul. I won't need it longer than I have, so how about this? He snaps and amends the contract slightly. Upon completion of the signee's task, the essences will be returned and switched back.
Now, this contract seems a bit more agreeable to me, and I'm going to pull a pen out of my pocket and sign.
All right. Thank you for doing business.
Pleasure's
That
all
might
mine.
take a little bit
Fortuno.
before what I offer you really manifests, but it'll come. Don't you worry. And the fortune stall is gone. Told you I'd figure out a way to like put that in organically.
Yeah.
Landros, what are you doing over there?
Has been just staring off into. Actually, no. Fortuno is something people could see. Landros went to talk to a fortune teller, picked 3 cards, and then they just kind of chatted for a while, but you couldn't quite understand what they were saying. Speaking a language you did not understand.
You said time seemed to freeze around them, so I was assuming that it's like, oh, they were there talking for a moment, and then suddenly it's like gone. Just Bamoosh.
Yeah, they were there. They were there. It is weird how it worked.
Okay.
But there we go. That was done. All right, so you found Fortuna. Kai, you
Sorry
switched your
about
clothing.
Just had
He
to
did. He
Meet
did
up
mention
with a friend of
to.
mine.
He mentioned to Lilith, by the way, that there
Mhm.
was no poison on the cake at the time.
Gotcha. All
Yeah,
right.
I was wondering if you're gonna update me on what happened.
He did.
All right. I have the perfect ending moment. So, the party begins and you guys enter.
Yep.
And this sounds like a really good stopping point. So I will say, as the party begins, you see two tieflings talking to each other. Lilith,
Yes.
you can't understand them.
Excuse me.
Lanrose, they are speaking Dwarvish.
What the
What
heck?
the fuck? What?
What a twist! What a twist!
Interesting.
Which I was wondering if that was gonna come up of like, okay, wait a minute. So if since I didn't go there, I wouldn't hear anything from the language thing. Like, what if I did go there? Like, you know what I mean? I was
If you did go there, I would tell you you don't understand them. Yeah,
just
so I
said
was
they're
like
speaking
checking.
Dwarvish.
I was checking your languages, like hardcore. I'm like, okay, will Lanrose actually be able to understand them? Lanrose does speak Dwarvish.
I mean, I'll be
He
honest.
speaks so many fucking languages.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Whenever I get to select my languages, Dwarvish and Elvish are just standard.
I'm
picks for
still.
me.
By the way, plebes, you know what's
Yeah.
crazy about Lanros? I'm still leaving one of his language slots open.
Nice. Fair enough.
I
So,
thought you
with
already
that
picked Giant
being
for that.
said, I'm gonna call it here because I think this is a really good stopping point.
This is a fun. This
And
is
we
more
can,
of a
like,
role play session.
we
Like,
can-
It was fun.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of like this type of storyline you guys are in. It's more roleplay. I do want to note, and you guys could probably figure out why, playing Linda was very uncomfortable.
Playing who? Linda?
Oh,
Linda St. Clair, yeah.
I thought you said
The,
window.
the,
I
the
thought you
bar
said-
lady. Yeah.
I thought you said window, and I was like, the fuck
Nope.
do you mean playing window?
She's just racist, right? I'm not tripping, right?
You can kind of feel that vibe, yeah. Yeah.
God.
But that doesn't mean that nothing will happen, so we'll see.
Right, no. I still think, even though the cake didn't have
You can
poison
still
in
be
it, it's
racist
still-
and right, is what Plebes is saying. That's the moral of the part.
That's I-
We will find
I
out.
don't know if I want to end this on that note.
Well, let's not. But yes, that was she is a very uncomfortable character to play, but you guys kind of got the vibe immediately as to why.
Right. Anyway, any final notes of this? Oh yeah, who gets inspiration?
Yes. I am gonna give it to Eve, actually.
Congratulations, Eve. Eve?
Am I muted?
Yes.
No.
There you go.
You were.
No, I wasn't.
Anyways, we
No.
can hear you now. We
That
can hear
was
you now.
fantastic.
I went, woo!
Anyways, yes.
Yeah,
Congratulations. This was a fun session. I am glad you guys enjoyed it. And I hope I did a good job describing the winery and stuff, and like even that this drawing like kind of gets the idea across.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, you were stepped away, but my prediction was okay. Your plan, nothing's gonna happen here, but it's when we're on our way back is when something's gonna happen.
We will see.
We will see. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this episode of the Guild, and as always, stay tuned for more. Bye bye.